Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 1v1 show, where we tell you guys the latest in gaming, movies, TV shows, and so much more. And we have a bunch of topics for you today, such as Nintendo, The Matrix, Star Wars, Spider-Man, and so much more. I'm your host, Hyphy Soul, but you can call me Mikey, and here is my co-host who will tell you, if you're new here, what we do on the 1v1 show. So, boom. What up, Gio?
What's up, Mikey?
Other way, but okay.
Did I look the wrong way?
Yes.
Oh, it's because we changed directions of the room, so it threw me off. Anyways,
there you go.
All right, welcome everyone to the 1v1 show. If this is your first time, let me explain to you how we do things here. Basically, the 1v1 show, what we do is we cover the week's worth of, just niche, also nerd culture, pop culture, general topics, whether it be music, movies, TV. It could be comic books, anime. The thing is, me and Mikey, we both have different levels of expertise about different genres and different things we're passionate about. So what we like to do here is just have this clash of ideas where we talk about different things and offer different perspectives of the different things we're into. So how we start off the show is we do the quick hits, the subtopics. We do spend 5 minutes on a topic. We go back and forth. I do one, Mikey goes one, and we have 5 each. And we kind of just give you the overall story, and then we give you, our quick thoughts. From there, we move on to the main topic, where we give a little bit more of a deeper discussion, a deeper dive, if you will, where we, pose more questions.
I know.
We, what's the word I'm looking for? We have more long-form discussions. We bring in other things that are relevant to the story, and it might be something that is not so bite-sized, but we're able to get more of a satisfying discussion out of it. Now, if someone can do the 1v1 command in the chat, please, you will see our YouTube, our Twitter, our Patreon, and our Instagram. Check out our Patreon if you like what we do here. If you want to throw us a couple bucks, you will get a few extra perks along the way. But even if you can't, we appreciate you being here in chat, chopping it up with us, asking questions, making comments, or even making fun of me.
What the?
The OBS drop from Discord? Mikey?
Yeah. What the heck?
Whoa. What happened?
Hold up. That was weird.
Hold up.
No, we're still... Okay.
Still streaming.
Okay. I know. We're doing it live. Boom. All right, we're back. That was weird.
Alright. That was weird. But we do it live, so these things generally happen. Anyways, it's where was I? The same Patreon?
Yes.
I think that's the last thing I said. Alright. So, anyways, so usually we've been doing behind the scenes action. True. Usually we've been having guest hosts for the past couple of weeks, but since today is our quote unquote season finale because we are going to take 2 weeks off after this, I've decided we're just at 3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks?
We're not coming back till like the 8th? Or no, 15th. Wait. Hold up. Let me look at the calendar.
I thought it was it might be the 8th.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the 15th. Oh, did you want to come back the 8th? We can come back the 8th. More show for everyone.
I thought we were just gonna take maybe I got my school break and this break confused, but I'm down to come back the 8th.
Whoa, you heard it here first. We are coming back on the 8th. And turns out we got renewed for a second season, unlike another show.
That we'll talk about in the show later. But yeah, I'm down. Anyways, so we decided to get the old band back together. It's me and Mikey doing the show to top off the end of the year. We have a lot of topics to talk about, like Mikey said at the top of the show, and we are also doing a gift exchange. So,
White elephant.
White elephant.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get this.
I wonder how that's gonna work.
Let's get this show rolling.
All right, so start us off with the first topic of the day, Gio, which is kind of a downer topic.
Is what? I sorry, I didn't see you cut off in the last second. Oh, yeah, it is a sad topic, right? So I want to start off saying rest in peace to Masayuki Uemura. The Ritsumeikan Center for Game Studies announced Thursday that Nintendo and Super Nintendo creator Masayuki Uemura passed away on December 6th. He was 86 years old. Just a little bit of a bio on him. He was born on June 20th, 1943 in Tokyo. He graduated from the Chiba Institute of Technology's Departments of Electronics Engineering in 1967. He joined Nintendo in 1971 and developed its first home console, the Color TV game. Uemura became the head of Nintendo's R&D2 and began working on the Famicom, which is the Japanese version of the NES, in 1981, as well as its Western counterpart. He also designed the Famicom Disk System. In 1988, he started working on the Super Famicom and then its Western version, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, so the SNES. So, just a little bit of just reading a little bit of a biography there. I kind of, as a Nintendo super fan that I am, I didn't know who this man was. So when I read the headlines, this was not a name that I was familiar with, and I'm assuming, Mikey, you weren't either.
Yeah, is he was perceived as a big known figure in the Nintendo community? Oh,
excuse me. Woo! I don't believe so, because he isn't a name that I've really heard, or maybe it was just my own ignorance, but because you know the names like Shigeru Miyamoto, Onuma, who produces Legend of Zelda, Iwata, who was the president who passed away, or a CEO who passed away. We know Reggie, Doug Bowser. You know the names, even like older names like Yokoi, Gunpei Yokoi, who made the Game Boy and he created Zelda. But I've never heard this name before, and maybe that's just my own ignorance. But I wanted to honor his work by spending the next couple of minutes that we have on this topic reminiscing. What is your fond memories of the Super Nintendo? I guess you can start, Mikey. Like, what are your memories of the Super Nintendo?
Well, my fond memories with the NES would be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, which was really dope. And but I remember my first ever Nintendo game that I ever played was either Tecmo Bowl or the Home Alone 2 or Sesame Street, because I had all those games. And I would play those on a cycle throughout the day. And yeah, I spent a lot of hours just playing those games. What about you?
I think for me, I don't have any real memories of the Nintendo, the regular Nintendo, because they came out in like what, like 80, 84 or 86. Well, anyways, it came out before my time, so I was kind of, we're both 90s baby. Well, actually, no, you're a 80s baby technically.
Yeah, 89.
89, but being border 89, 90s baby. I never really had memories of the regular Nintendo, but the Super Nintendo is actually one of my first memories. I remember my dad buying it for me from the electronics center in Sears. Do you remember Sears, like where it used to be, where
it was still there like 2 years ago.
No, I mean like where it used to be, as far as before it's, because you've lived in Fairfield for the majority of your life, right?
Oh, doxing me, but yeah.
Do you remember in the mall when it was where Edwards was?
Yeah.
So they used to have, I remember, on the first floor, when you first walk in, you go kind of near where the escalators were, and then there was like a whole shelf, and that was like the video game electronics section. And I remember when I was a kid, my dad getting the Super Mario World SNES combo box, and I remember that when I was like 4 years old, and it was like one of my earliest memories, like turning it on and playing Super Mario and being super excited. Also, one of my other like early memories of the SNES is going to LA and my cousin showing me Chrono Trigger for the first time, and me being like captivated by it. But Chrono Trigger, that was one of those games that was like it was like a lot less Twitch based and a lot of reading. And me still being in my developmental stages, like learning how to read, I didn't exactly get the game, but I knew I really liked it and I was really drawn to it. I guess that was my first real exposure to a JRPG, which, if you know me, you know that I love JRPGs, anime stuff, if you can.
Oh, I know.
Tell. Yeah, it's like, that's my stuff, and very, very developmental, and I really, really, really had fond memories of the SNES. So if any of you, have memories of the Super Nintendo and the SNES, feel free to type it in chat, and maybe we'll read it later on during the show. So, like I said, RMP to a legend, an unknown legend, at least in my ignorant view. I really appreciated his work, and it really was something that helped develop me from a young age. But let's move on from something that is sad to something that is sneaky. Tell me about what is the news with Among Us, Mikey.
All right, so social deception is a huge part of the game Among Us, and it is getting a virtual reality adaptation. The VR edition will launch on the Meta Quest, and PSVR and Steam VR, and it's being developed by Shell Games, which are the creators of the acclaimed I Expect You to Die series, which are dope. If you have a VR headset, I give that series a 10 out of 10, and I'll put that in my top 3 VR titles, or like collection, and yeah, that game's really dope. But the trailer did show during the 2021 Game Awards, which was just one big ad, by the way, but there's no release date for the game just yet, and the VR version of Among Us is going to be a first-person 3D experience instead of a third-person 2D one, but it retains the core mechanics of the developer's Inner Sloth's original multiplayer game. In a short trailer that was shown at the Game Awards, shows a player interacting with the keypad in a cartoony 3D room before getting attacked by another crewmate who's the imposter. So have you played Among Us, right? No?
Yeah, both on mobile as well as, what's the word I'm looking for? On PC. So I actually downloaded the PC version because it's something that even my like bootsy little computer can run. But Among Us is fun. It's basically Mafia in VR, or not video VR, Bleh, in video game form.
What up, Sebas? But
What's the
yeah, I'm actually really excited for this because I've played Among Us for like a month straight, and then I just fell off of it. But and I've seen VR mods for like the fans of the game making their own VR version of the game, and yeah, this has me excited, especially with that keypad stuff right there. It's like, oh, okay, so like you constantly have to be looking behind your shoulder, and I wonder how intense that's going to be because it sounds really intense, and I wonder if it's going to be crossplay.
Oh, okay, yeah, with like PSVR and the Valve and all the PC, basically PC and PSVR.
Yeah.
I wonder too. Do other games have crossplay on VR? I'm ignorant about this. That
Well, for Among Us, oh wait, in VR, well, there was this game that was just released called After the Fall. It was like a 4-person zombie wave shooter, and
Yeah.
they said it was crossplay, but people have been having issues with it. But the technology is there for crossplay in VR, so that would be dope. And I think it would be very easy for all systems to run it smoothly because Among Us doesn't look graphically that intense.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Your Turn to Die is like the James Bond style game, right?
Yeah, no, I expect you to die, but yeah.
Or I expect you to die. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they
I
put
can
you in a
see
room,
how.
and it's like an escape room, and you just have to look around and just use your environment to get out of the room. Fun game.
I think it's pretty cool the fact that the developers of Among Us, instead of trying to make it, they actually kind of outsource this mode to someone who they see as like an expert, which I think is a smart move by a lot of like publishers or developers, where they're like, you know what, we don't know what to really do with this. Maybe let's give our IP to someone that we feel like we can trust. So I think it's a good move on Among Us. Also, I think Among Us is pretty fun. I've actually heard, like, because I haven't played it, like, just like you, I played it for like a month straight, and then I got kind of bored with it. So I left it alone. But from what I hear is that there's been a bunch of new updates, and like everything is like different, or not different, but very expanded upon. And now you can have bigger room lobbies, and there's a lot more maps and a lot more of like little mini games. So
wait, the lobby can be bigger. Like, how many people can play in the game?
I think they got up to 15 now.
Oh, that sounds dope.
Yeah, it does. Because now,
have you played any VR yet, or no?
No. The only VR experience I have is I played Beat Saber at an arcade one time.
Okay. Well, when we do stuff for our second season, I'll show you some stuff.
Yeah. I still want to do the stream of what is it, Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, I have that game. Like, I bought that game and I still haven't played it because I am scared, and also turns out I'm susceptible to motion sickness, and I need to like train my mind or my brain to handle that because I haven't done any VR in months. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go through the whole thing again. And I was playing Skyrim in VR, which is dope. I highly recommend if you have any VR headset, just buy Skyrim in VR. Because when you start the game and you're sitting in the wagon, when you look up and then it's like, that meme, it's dope. Anyways, so going from a crowd favorite game, Among Us, to another crowd favorite video game character, and that is Sonic. So, Gio, what is going on with Sonic?
You mentioned this earlier, but this past week was the Game Awards, so a lot of big news came out of that. And Sonic the Hedgehog turned out to be one of the biggest news getters in the fact that we had 2 trailers drop, one for the movie and one for the game. So they basically showed off the trailers, one after the other. Where the first we see Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer that had the sequel to one of the biggest movies of last year, that shows off not only the new character Tails, who is voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who, if you're not familiar with that name, it's because
Wait,
Colleen O'Shaughnessy is actually the voice actress of Tails from Sonic Boom in the video games, which I think is pretty cool when they do that, when they actually bring in the voice actors from the games to voice, the characters that should be, which is something Nintendo failed to do. But we also get a look at Knuckles, who's being voiced by Idris Elba, which, to everyone, that's a bit of a shocking choice. Did you watch the trailer at all, Mikey? I don't know if you saw it.
It kind of got me hyped. I was like, oh snap, Knuckles. I was like, let's go. But then I haven't seen the first one. I don't know if I want to.
It's a fun movie, but it's your typical human and cartoon character road trip buddy movie. It's got some cute moments. I think it's worth watching if you really like Sonic, but I feel like you could probably skip it. But what do you think of Idris Elba's voice as Knuckles?
I did not expect that. And I guess I like it because Idris Elba has a very notable voice.
Yeah, I was hyped when I heard Knuckles say, "I don't need your power," and then he punches Sonic.
Dude, that moment in the trailer, I was like, okay. I was like, I might watch this. And seeing Jim Carrey with the Robotnik mustache. And I don't really still buy him as Robotnik. I was like, that's just Jim Carrey being wacky crazy again.
Just because he's not in a fat suit. That's what we need. Because in the first movie, you see that he plays Robotnik, and he's still got like a full head of hair, and he doesn't have such a big Robotnik mustache. What I think would be funny is if this movie does well and they get a third one, like what if in the end of this movie you see just Robotnik just eating like hella, so then in the third movie he comes back in like a fat suit. I think that would be hilarious.
Dude, yeah, he should have hit up Mike Myers. Get that fat bastard. Suit technology.
Okay.
Anyways, he's the best actor by far.
Jim Carrey should have gotten the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor last year. Honestly, I can't think of anyone that did a better job than him.
I was gonna say for what, but then I was like, okay, never mind. You got me almost. What if he just gradually becoming the more Robotnik through the movie? I agree with you. Ooh, people are agreeing with their takes.
Yes, yeah. I think that would be pretty fun to see, just kind of the, Robotnik becoming more and more unhinged as the movie goes on. And I don't know, what are they really gonna bring in next? Are they gonna bring in Amy next? I mean, we already got Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and then a lot of people don't really like when the other extended cast of Sonic the Hedgehog comes in. Like, there's a lot of people who are not fans of Amy or Shadow or Cream or Blaze or Big the Cat, or you don't know who any of these characters are, do you, Mikey?
Nope, no idea.
Yeah, I think they should just keep it to the main three, but it wasn't just the movie trailer that we got, but we also got a trailer of the new Sonic game that's coming out next year, which is called Sonic Frontier, which they described it as an open zone, not open world, but open zone Sonic game. And to me, it kind of seems like it's taking a lot of cues from Breath of the Wild.
Wait, first, who's the sexy girl with the bat wings? And
Rouge.
Samantha wants to bring her.
Rouge
they should only bring in Amy and Metal Sonic in the next movie, make it the last one. Ooh.
I really agree with My Name is Earl on that one. Like, I think Metal Sonic would be the next step. I didn't think about that. Amy, Metal Sonic. Ooh, I like that. Maybe they could take a lot of story cues from Sonic CD. Yeah. Okay, I'm vibing with that idea. But anyway, Sonic Frontiers. The trailer looks dope. You said it looked dope, Mikey. Have you played a Sonic? When's the last time you played a Sonic game?
It was on my PC, and I played it with the joystick for some reason because I forgot what it was. It was one of the first two Sonic games. I think I had it in a pack, and then I was playing with the joystick, and then I would tilt it to the right, and Sonic would just be sprinting, and then I press the trigger for Sonic to jump. It was actually really fun. It was a fun way to play it, and I thought that was the way to play it, but apparently you could have just used a mouse and keyboard.
I think I had that same pack because I remember having a PC pack that was Sonic 1, 2, Sonic 3, and then Sonic CD. So I think it was the same pack.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anyways, that has been a while since you played a Sonic game. Then, well, hopefully this one's good because the last couple 3D Sonic games, there have been some that have been pretty good, pretty decent to good. I would say like Sonic Generations, Sonic Colors comes to mind, which just got a remaster. But then there have been some pretty bad Sonic games. So hopefully, Sonic Team is able to really get pretty much its head out of its ass and really pull together a good game.
So, is it the same developers making it? Or are they partnering up with other studios?
No, it's the same. It's Sonic Team. So that's the worry that most people have because Sonic Team has been the team that's been making the 3D Sonic games for like the last couple of years, and they really haven't been able to nail down what to do with the series. And most fans actually, this is a little bit of a tangent, but most fans actually feel like the best Sonic game to come out recently was Sonic Mania, and that was actually a team of people who were fans of Sonic that Sega hired to make a new Sonic game. So, it's not really a good look when your fans are making better games than you. But It is what it is. Anyways, let's move on from something bright and cheery and cartoony to something a little bit more dour and dreary and set in some sort of reality. What's up with The Last of Us?
All right, so The Last of Us series at HBO has tapped Nick Offerman to play Bill in a recasting. The guy who was previously announced for the guest starring role was Con O'Neill, but according to an individual with knowledge of the situation, he was forced to bow out of the show due to scheduling conflicts. And Nick Offerman, who will appear as Bill alongside Murray Bartlett as Frank, a two pandemic survivalists living alone in their own isolated town. And for those who don't know, the show is based on the popular PlayStation game of the same name, The Last of Us. And the HBO series takes place 20 years after the modern civilization has been destroyed by a deadly fungus. And Joel, played by Pedro Pascal, a hardened survivor, is hired to smuggle Ellie, played by Bella Ramsey, out of an oppressive quarantine zone. What starts as a small job soon becomes a brutal, heartbreaking journey as they both must traverse across the U.S. and depend on each other for survival. So, what do you think of this casting?
I think it fits. I mean, Nick Offerman kind of looks like Bill, so I see it. Actually, when I heard the name Bill, I didn't really remember who that guy was, who that character was, and then when they said like the town and the traps, then I suddenly was like, oh, that guy. I see it now. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with this series. I mean, already, you feel like they're going to, I want to say change some things, but it's definitely expand. And with the casting, I feel like they've taken some liberties with Pedro Pascal being, Joel, and I forgot her name, but the
Bella
actress
Ramsey?
that's playing, no, not Bella Ramsey, but although that is a bit of a different looking Ellie, but the Sarah, his daughter, the actress playing his daughter in the beginning looks nothing like the game. So I'm excited to see what they do with this. I'm wondering, what, the one thing I've been wondering about this series is when you're going through kind of the underground and you find those I don't know if they're letters or journals.
Oh,
but,
yeah, the little tidbits, Easter eggs.
Yeah, telling the story. I wonder if we're actually going to see that play out through a flashback or something.
I know we're definitely going to hear that with the Fireflies, the little tape recordings. I feel like, and especially with the Doctor.
Have they
I wonder
said
how they're going to give that context.
Have they said whether this one season is going to adapt the whole game?
I feel like they did, because it's already the most expensive show that HBO has ever produced, and that's crazy considering it's not a sci-fi or a high budget. Well, it is a high budget show, like extravagant looking as Game of Thrones. So maybe they're banking on it being multiple seasons, and we'll get The Last of Us 2 game adapted into the series as well. That would be interesting.
I'm really wondering how they're gonna play Last of Us 2, because if you played that game, things happen in that game. But Last of Us 1, there's Zombie Bait 90 says, "Wow, more than Game of Thrones." Yeah, and they don't even need CGI
It's for the
dragons
pilot,
to get
not
up.
the whole season. Should clarify.
Ooh, okay. So it's the most expensive pilot, that
I
series.
think so. Hold on, let me confirm.
Anyway, as Mikey is doing research on that, I just wonder how they're going to do the ending, because I have a very people talk about The Last of Us and Last of Us 2, and they talk about the characters of Ellie, Abby, and kind of their motivations and things that happen in that game. And there's one thing about that game that I just can't get over, but it's the damn doctor, and I feel like everything is his fault. And Joel did it. Joel did something wrong, but I feel like it's not really all of Joel's fault. So, yeah. Anyway,
so there's a quote in the news story about the production number of Last of Us, and it says, while no precise figure has been cited, the report notes that it's been rumored to be in the hundreds of millions, which would put it up there with the likes of Game of Thrones and Mandalorian as one of the most expensive TV shows ever produced. And so maybe not more than Game of Thrones, maybe just as much, but it's very telling that HBO is banking a lot on the series. And thinking about Last of Us 2 being adapted to on TV, I think it would play out way better as a TV show, that story.
I think so too, because I feel when me and you played that game and we talked about it, I think we both felt like there was points where it did drag a little bit.
Yeah, there was like some pacing issues, I would say, and yeah.
It's still a phenomenal game, like don't get me wrong. It's like a 9 out of 10 for me.
Same.
But definitely, it's a game that I very much enjoyed, and I'm glad I played it. But it's also something that I would not want to play again.
I played twice already, and I think I'll binge play those two games before the series comes out, because I played the first game multiple times. I think I beat that game at least 5 times now.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so The Last of Us may not have got their casting right, but I do know a show that did get their casting right, and that is Cowboy Bebop. But some people did not agree.
Yeah.
So Joe, tell us more about this.
I do not agree, Mikey, with that assessment. And it also seems like Netflix has also agreed, is on my side of this, because they have canceled their adaptation of Cowboy Bebop, which was reported by the Hollywood Reporter, and it seems like it just came out, and 3 weeks later, we've had it canceled, and to no surprise, because of not only the rough reception that it's gotten in the West. It was a 10-episode series, and it's only gotten a 46% positive percentage on Rotten Tomatoes, and it seems like fans are at best split on the series, and at worst despising the series. So it according to some numbers here, it racked up 74 million viewing hours since it showed up, but then right after it seemed to have dropped. And I think the case is Netflix was looking at audience retention numbers versus the amount of cost it was to make the series. So, it was a very high budget show. It looked like it had a lot of money poured into it. I mean, one thing you can say is individually, you could say that some things looked not great. Like, I remember you were commenting on John Cho's outfit, and you said it looked like a cosplay.
Yeah.
But I think overall, the show looked high budget. It didn't look like it was super cheap. So, yeah.
And my name is Earl in the chat says, anime doesn't translate well to live action overall. And the guy that played Jet was cool, but John Cho is 20 plus years too old to play Spike. Dude looked tired.
Great.
I mean,
John Cho
kind of did in the show.
John Cho did look too. What the fuck?
He did.
Oh, sorry.
Look too
I saw a raccoon outside my window.
And it's a trash panda, some would say.
Exactly. Actually, Mike, I do want to pull something up that I just found this article yesterday, and
Mhm.
I told you about the show, but I'm going to read you some comments that I found from this article on Kotaku of what the Japanese audience is saying about the cancellation of Cowboy
Ooh,
Bebop.
okay.
All right. So I'm going to read just a few quotes here and there. Uh, First one. It was there. It's because there was an old dude cosplaying. There was nothing appealing. Someone else said, "Well, in the first place, you'd say watch the anime instead of watching the live action adaptation." Someone agrees with My Name is Earl. They say Japan's anime isn't designed for live action adaptation. Someone said, it was actually pretty good. I guess international fans weren't into it.
Hmm.
Someone said there was a respect for the original anime. You can't take an anime as is and adapt it into live action because there are uncomfortable feelings when an anime is adapted into live action. Now, here's something that I found while reading through this article. So this guy
Hmm.
said they should have stopped doing a live action adaptation when the one with Keanu got away. So apparently there was a Cowboy Bebop live action movie made for Fox. That was being made for Fox with Keanu Reeves attached. That I
Yep.
did not know about.
Yeah, that movie's been in development for I think over a decade now, and Keanu Reeves was like a fan casting, and I was really excited when it was announced that he was attached to the role. But then when I saw this show come up on Netflix, I was like, wait, so is that movie canceled now that this show exists? Or, but yeah, I guess it's not happening anymore, right?
Yeah. So apparently
Sad.
that wasn't the only person who felt that way because it was actually brought up a lot of times. Someone said, "I want to see the scrapped Bebop with Keanu." To be honest, oh wait, no, that's not one. Uh, remake it with Keanu. Like a lot of people were mentioning the Keanu one, and it seems like a lot of people just felt like it just wasn't good, and some people, even the people who thought it was okay, felt like they had problems. Someone said it was uncomfortable when the languages changed from Japanese. The actor who played Spike wasn't bad; he just wasn't very Spike-like, which I
I
think
agree.
is a lot of people felt like. And to a certain point, I was like, I didn't think John Cho did a bad job, but it wasn't like you said. It didn't feel fully Spike. It was like John Cho trying to be Spike. Steve Bass
Oh,
said,
that
"Hey
comment will
man,
connect to this next topic.
oh
Okay, okay,
the
so
Matrix."
yeah,
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to read what Seabass was says, but we'll go on. We'll talk
I'll
about
connect
that in a
that
little bit.
with this next topic here.
Yeah. So let's go from Bebop. Tell me about the Matrix, Mikey, and then do you want to do our halftime thing after this next topic?
Yeah, yeah, we'll
All
do
right.
the white elephant gift exchange after we discuss the Matrix. But first, before we talk about the Matrix, let's address Sebastian's topic. Can you guys talk about how Fortnite pulled off a way better swinging animation for the Spider-Man gauntlet rather than a full-blown Avengers game with millions and millions of dollars? Have you seen that clip, Gio?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen actually the Spider-Man his swinging animation in Fortnite.
Yeah, it looks way better than it did in the Avengers game. It was just kind of surprising because like it seemed like for the developers of Fortnite, like it seemed like just a side job add-on DLC thing like they've been doing since they've been born. And then yeah, and that makes me think it's like wow, developers are getting way better, and brings us to this topic, which is the Netflix or not Netflix, the Matrix. What did I say? Dang, I ruined it. But is it real or is it unreal? Epic Games has worked with Warner Brothers, Matrix Resurrections director Lana Wachowski to create a technical demo set in the world of the Matrix. It is designed to show off the capabilities of the Epic's latest 3D creation tool, the Unreal Engine 5. And the company on Thursday released the Matrix Awakens, an Unreal Engine 5 experience, available as a 29 gigabyte free download for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S users or owners after promoting it in the 2021 Game Awards on Thursday. And the point of the proof of concept is to get digital artists excited about using Unreal Engine, which Epic is slating for official release next year in 2022. And They say making something look super real should encourage storytellers for how to use the Unreal Engine 5 in a game or a film or TV show, said Kim Library, who's the CTO at Epic Games. And I think they are already utilizing this technology in Hollywood with the Mandalorian TV show. Because have you seen the tech behind that show called The Void, Gio?
Is that the like the stage they're using?
Yeah, and just like big soundstage with the screen all around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're using the Unreal Engine to generate or where the camera's looking and change the perspective behind the actors. So yeah, I'm excited to see this implemented. But have you seen the trailer for the Matrix Weekends game?
For the game? Yeah. No, I saw it when they showed it at the Game Awards, and I was like, whoa, like, yo, like, Adam, like, games are getting, like, seriously, like, lifelike soon. Like, we are getting very close to almost lifelike, like, you won't be able to tell the difference. Cyberpunk shit, which...
Yeah, and it's crazy to see that the Matrix is once again pushing the boundaries of technology in terms of storytelling.
Does this give you more hope for the movie?
Well, I don't know about hope, but hype, definitely. Like, I am extremely hyped. And I haven't played the demo yet, but I'm going to right after we do our show and stuff. Because, and I actually haven't even seen the trailer for this, The Matrix Awakens. And I've seen the pictures. I was like, okay, I don't want to watch the footage on, like, my phone or a computer. I need to watch it on a big screen. And then for the first time, because I want to be, like, amazed. And I hope in the movie there's a shitty cyberpunk reference from Keanu. Did you know that he said he's never played the game while the developers of CD Projekt Red saying he loved the game?
Really?
Lying to us again.
Lying ass CD Projekt Red. I do want to address. I want to circle back to Steve Bass's original point about how Fortnite pulled it off. And honestly, I'm not that surprised because, one, I think the fact that Fortnite makes so much money, and those developers basically looking at Spider-Man as a major addition to their game. Meanwhile, you're looking at the Avengers game with Crystal Dynamics, kind of knowing that game is already kind of a failure, and Spider-Man is more than likely going to be the last addition DLC that they have to that game, and they were just probably limping like to finish it up and end it with Square Enix, the publisher, already kind of throwing them under the bus. So morale on that team was probably super low. They knew that the game isn't successful, and the developers like Square Enix is probably just telling them to just hurry it up so they can just end it. They were just trying to fulfill some contractual obligation to Sony. So that's not surprising to me. Like, the game was doomed from the start, and they made a lot of bad moves, and the fact that the Spider-Man animation didn't live up to what people wanted, it's not surprising in the least. Anyways, going back to Matrix and Cyberpunk, I don't think there'll be some reference to it. I think if you've played the game, like if you have the hardware to play it, because I finished the game when it came out, because I played on my PS5, which I did get crashes. I wouldn't say frequently, but occasionally. And I thought it was still a pretty good game. Like, it's just a jank Bethesda game. And I went in with that expectation, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and then, so with the Matrix, do you think all games will look this good now? Because look at that. Look at that reflection. Like, what?
I don't know if all games, I mean, definitely pushing the boundaries, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see, because how much money did it take to make that?
Right.
Because it's not a full game, too. It's pretty much just a Unreal 5 tech demo. So maybe we'll get stuff like that. I want to say maybe in a year or two, we'll start seeing full games at that level. But
well, I think we might with the Quantic Dreams titles we'll be talking about later on. But going from the Matrix into another. Well, there's going to be not a cinematic universe, but another universe within the Alan Wake games. I messed that up. But Gio, what's going on with that?
What? Aren't we doing the thing?
Oh wait, you right. Never mind. Whoops. I totally forgot. We are doing our white elephant gift exchange on the show, and but Sebastian says, but they could have restricted the game by giving a smooth, nice, nasty looking swing. But I guess they didn't look at it that way. Yeah, probably not. Like maybe Gio said, like they were just trying to rush it out.
I think they were just trying to rush it out. To be honest, which I don't think is necessarily fully their fault. I mean, it is their fault because they made a lot of mistakes with that game. Like, no one wants to play a Avengers games as a service game. But I mean, are we doing a post show today, Mikey?
We can. I have nothing going on.
Okay, because there's another. Actually, if you stick around for the post show, Sebas, there is another story here that kind of links to this Marvel game. So, I do want to, if you stick around, and we'll continue this conversation later because there's something else that kind of links to it. Anyways, we're doing our white elephant.
All right, and since there's only two of us in white elephant, I guess the only way you can do it is just by just exchanging the gifts, which we thought ahead for you guys, and already did that because Gio present's right here, right next to me, and I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, I didn't wrap yours because I'm not good at wrapping, so
I know. I was like, then why did he tell me, like, oh man, I still gotta wrap your present, and then he gave it to me in a bag.
Hey,
I was like, you got me hyped up for wrapping.
I thought I had a Christmas wrap, but I didn't, and I was like, I'm just putting in this bag because I can't find bags. Anyways, I put a sticker on. I put labels on it. Leave me alone.
Thank you. All right. So
you go first.
Let me open yours first. Gio's A+ arts and craft skills. Amazing. Like, look at this. Like, no one's getting through that unless it's me. Gio knows how. Very thoughtful. Alright. So, I don't know what's in here. Hell yeah. I just have to. Ooh, what is this? It's a big box. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Yo. This is dope because this is. Hold on. This Lego set of the Mandalorian on the. It's called Trouble on Tatooine. Lego. Yes, this is dope because I have the Razor Crest Lego set, which I haven't built yet because I was planning on doing like a Lego building stream for that because yeah, it's a lot of pieces, and this is going to be a good addition to that. So thank you.
For sure. I thought when I was going like trying to look for your gift, I thought that was another thing. Like, oh, Mikey could actually like do this on stream. It was it's something dope that he likes, and also give him content.
Oh, so thank you. Thinking of my streams.
All right, let's open mine up now. Actually, Mikey thought ahead, or Mikey was super thoughtful, and he actually got me a card.
Wait,
which I did not
read
expect.
That after.
I'll read it after. Okay. All right, so let's open it. This is actually also a big box, and
yeah, okay, I literally wrapped that right before I left the house to give it to you. I was like, oh shit, because we were gonna do this show yesterday, but then my internet decided to crap out literally at 11 from 11 to 2, and yeah, best do of 2021. Probably, yeah, I agree. Thank you, Sebas.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Oh shit. Okay.
Are you having trouble there?
A little bit. Oh, there's hella packing in here.
Yeah, yeah. Don't open it upside down because the packaged popcorn will fall out. Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck? Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, this is dope. Oh fuck! Ooh, this is like. Yo, I got a master sword. Yo, this actually duel with we can actually have our logo now.
Exactly.
that's
Oh,
dope.
pull it out. Whoa, that sounded weird. But pull the sword out. Oh, that also sounded weird. Unsheathe the sword. That also sounded
Oh
weird too.
shit. Oh no.
Oh, well
Fuck.
then.
Oh god damn it. Wait. This was too clean of a break.
Oh yeah, it's one half of a piece. I think you can super
Wait,
glue it back together.
is this supposed to do that?
No, it's supposed to be one sword, but
Yeah, because it looks like it's not. It wasn't one piece to begin with. It looks like
yeah,
it
no,
was like.
it's a two-part sword.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll just super glue it back together.
But so
But-
the sword though.
okay. Well, I'll take it out and.
Because do you notice one side is different? The blade.
I don't notice anything.
On the other side of the blade,
Oh. What about it?
it's also a video game case for your Nintendo Switch games.
Oh shit, that's dope. Oh.
The big
That's
white
cool as
squares on the
fuck.
blade. I don't know if you didn't catch that.
I was like wondering. I thought it was just how they did the sword, but that's fucking cool. Like, okay, I see that.
If this isn't
Ew.
the most Geo moment of 2021, I don't know what is. It's super accurate to Breath of the Wild. It broke almost instantly. Hmm.
Damn, I'm mad. You, yeah, do you get the reference to that, Mikey?
No. Okay, so well, I do know the Master Sword. I kind of know the story of Breath of the Wild, even though I haven't played it, because I've been waiting
No,
for you.
like about it. It like breaking. Like one of the major. Well, I don't want to say criticisms, but one of the major points of contention is this is the first Zelda game where there's like weapon degradation in the game, and
Oh.
people felt like weapons would break too fast in the game. So like the Master Sword, like you hit an enemy like 3 times and it'll just break.
Yeah, I think I
So
remember hearing that. But it's Geo so blind. Hello, what? Oh, dude, I was like, how do you not see the big white squares on the blade?
well, I
I
didn't
don't see
make the
anything different.
connection. I didn't make the connection to the game cases.
Yeah,
But that's cool.
yeah. I don't know if
Uh,
because I don't have any Switch games, so I didn't test out if it would fit. But it's supposed to fit.
Actually, do I have one right here? Might. No, they're all over there. Yeah, I'll test it out in the post show.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you, sir. This
Yeah,
is
thank you
great,
for my Legos.
man. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find like somewhere to kind of just be able to probably just put some uh uh I'm gonna put some like nails in my wall so I can just like mount it. Like, anyways, let's open this card.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me place this.
I'm just gonna hide myself.
No, is a dog. Is a doggy. People know that I love dogs. It says it is the most wienerful time of the year. Thank you for being the best creative partner I have ever worked with. Here's to another year. Oh, that's so nice. Damn. Thank you, Mikey, for being someone who like also being a great creative partner and someone who like calls me out on my shit, which you do a lot, and keeping me focused because I need that, or else I'm gonna just get complacent and lazy because I'm a lazy fuck. But
Okay, thanks.
thanks, dude. This is dope. You know, who would have known that we would have made such a great pair after, you know, me telling you to fuck off the first time I met you.
Yeah, no, that's literally his first words to me. He's like, "Oh, you met Olivia, man? Fuck you." I'm like, "All right, what's up, dude?" And here we are now having a show.
Yeah.
But
I think
let's get back
I think
to the show. And Yeah.
Yeah,
And also that sword is now you have one of the swords of the logo.
I know. Well, and I'm sure you have a lightsaber somewhere.
I have a few.
I'm sure you're also eventually going to get the real lightsaber that Disney came up with.
Oh yeah, I got my bank account ready for that. But
Hey,
anyways,
more
so
UFC wins, and you got it.
ooh, but all right. So let's back to the show
Yeah,
with
let's get back to it.
Alan Wake. What is going on with the world or universe of Alan Wake?
So recently, earlier in the year, me and you both played Control, which was a game by Remedy that also made Alan Wake, and I think we both enjoyed it. I would
I,
say
I
I didn't
enjoyed it.
finish it. I didn't finish it yet, but I what I did play is I did enjoy it. I didn't finish it not because I didn't like it, but for me that game was really hard, like really hard. And
Yeah, I don't think
Mikey
there's a
knows
difficulty setting on that one.
I'm not a shooty shoot person, so it was very much not my like forte, but I did like the setting and the storytelling. But at the Game Awards, once again, we're pulling stories that came out of there. Alan Wake showed up, and it showed Alan Wake himself being in New York City, as well as in the original game was set in kind of like a Pacific Northwest, like Oregon, Seattle type setting, and it has a release date of 2023, and they announced that it will be released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, as well as the Epic Game Store. In fact, I think it was very much rumored earlier this year that Epic Games was going to be publishing this game, and a lot of people didn't really believe it. Now, here's the thing. The reason why I brought up Control is because it's made by the same developers that made Alan Wake, and if you've played Control in the DLC, you know there is an Alan Wake DLC or themed DLC. So not only that is Control and Alan Wake seeming to be connected, but also their other game, Quantum Break, and it seems like Remedy is making a lot of their games being in within the same universe. Does this also include Max Payne? I don't know.
Oh, ooh, ooh! I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's interesting.
but here's the thing. So it really didn't come out of nowhere because they did remaster the first game, I believe, in 2019, and they were also teasing hints of the game of the sequel to the game coming out within their other franchises. So it's exciting. I mean, people who played Alan Wake, I haven't played it yet because when it came out, it was an Xbox exclusive. I haven't played it yet, but people who played it, I wonder if BTG plays in the chat. He always speaks highly of that game. But apparently this game is also going to have a new direction where the first game was more action focused. This one is going to be more of a survival horror game, which,
Interesting.
might be a little bit creepy and scary, which I think lends well to the setting and what the game is about. So I'm kind of hyped for this. I don't know if I'll be able to play the first one. I don't know if it's out on PlayStation consoles because I don't have maybe when I get that PC that I've been talking about getting for like a year now. But I do want to get into this series, and I should hopefully maybe during our break finish Control. What about you, Mikey? What's your hype levels on this, or what's
Well,
your?
my only exposure to the universe is Control, and yeah, I still no, that's a lie. I did beat the game, but I haven't gotten the platinum trophy yet. So to me, I haven't beat the game yet because I don't have that trophy. Because with me, platinum trophies like, all right, I've done everything that this game has to offer me, and I 100% it, and then yeah. But so yeah, I haven't played any of the Alan Wake games. I don't know anything that goes on in those games, so I'm kind of looking forward to it because I'm going to play Alan Wake the remaster, and I have time since this game is coming out 2 years from now.
Yeah. There's also Quantum Break. I don't know if you've heard of that game.
And I have not.
So I was watching BTG play it on his stream, And it's very interesting the fact that you go through like a section of the game and then it stops and then it's like you watch like an episode of a TV show with like, real actors and stuff that, carry the story. So it's almost like an interactive TV show. Like it's almost set like not like a movie, but it's more of like episode 1 and then you play through a section and then it shows you like an episode of
So
a
it's like
television
Until Dawn.
a little bit more like it's the video game sections are more video gamey, like you're actually running around shooting. It's not like, you have to do like quick time reactions and stuff. But then the actual like TV show part is like legit, like it looks like a Fox series.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. But it was I just caught him playing like the last 2 parts of it and it was pretty interesting. Like even me who has like no connection to this at all, I was like, "Oh, this seems pretty cool."
So what do you think of the trailer that they showed?
I mean, I think it looks hype.
It wasn't really much.
It wasn't really anything, but I think it's one of those trailers where the hype moment is seeing what it actually is. I mean, it looks creepy and cool, but I don't really know much gameplay about it. So I think mostly just, Alan Wake is coming back. And I think this is something that people have been asking for more and more. So, yeah. But let's go from something that you haven't experienced to something that you are very well versed in, your hype levels. Tell me what's up with the Star Wars.
So, as you can see, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Like, I bought myself a Star Destroyer, which I'm currently residing in. I got my own Stormtroopers. But this trailer, Star Wars Eclipse, Quantic Dream's rumored Star Wars title, has been announced at the Game Awards, which will be set in the High Republic era with the Star Wars universe, hundreds of years before the Skywalker saga, during the golden age of the Jedi Order and the Republic. The High Republic began as an ambitious multimedia project last year, but until now, it has mostly been focused on the interconnected series of books and comics exploring the Jedi Order and its fight against the Nihil, which is a new faction of Marauders who use unique hyperspace technology to raid across the galaxy. And Quantic Dream, who are best known for its interactive narrative titles, including Heavy Rain, Press X to Jason, dope. And yesterday, my friend got a $600 Obi-Wan Funko Pop. Dang, that's crazy. Like, for those who collect Funkos, check out Sebaz in the chat. Like, he's all about that Funko life, like how I am about the Star Wars life. But yeah. But anyway, so Quantic Dream. Have you played Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls?
No, I haven't. I actually haven't played a Quantic Dream game ever.
Really, I think you would enjoy them. Actually, they're very not you games, but like, I think you will. Yeah, I think those are your kind of you games. I feel like all you have to do is press X to Jason every once in a while, and then keep doing that, and you beat the game. And it's a good story, I thought. Same with what was that newer one? I'm blinking out.
Detroit,
yeah, Become Human. I enjoyed that game a lot. But yeah, so it sounds like Star Wars Eclipse will be a different affair from the studio's usual titles, and with them promising an action-adventure title, although no gameplay was shown during this trailer. But the trailer looked amazing. Like, see that alien? Wow. And speaking of the High Republic, I don't have any pictures of this, but I'm tagging it on. But Lucasfilm is in talks with Amanda Stenberg to take on the lead role in the mysterious new Star Wars Disney Plus series called The Acolyte. And Amanda Stenberg's breakout role came when her second feature role was Rue from The Hunger Games 2012 film adaptation. And since then, she's been in a number of films, including romantic drama, Everything, and the drama The Hate You Give, and the World War II drama, or Hand Such. And while much of the Acolyte's lead of the show is still a mystery, many have speculated that she will be a Sith apprentice or an actual Acolyte. And if this is true, then Aura could prove to be an extremely complicated and dynamic character. And it's an opportunity to explore the dark side in a way that's never been before seen on screen. And the production of the show is scheduled to begin next year, late spring, early summer for the Acolyte in London, and I think they'll be shooting in the same studio where they did the movies. I'm not too sure, but and it seems like the series will be consisted of 8 episodes, and yeah, so I think I'm really excited for this game.
Same. Even though I haven't played a Quantic Dream game, you know what? Actually, a Quantic Dream has been getting a. They've been getting a lot of like backlash lately. Have you heard of
Really?
it about
No.
any of this?
What happened? What they do?
Well,
Workplace?
apparently there has been like accusations of pretty much harassment going on in their workplace.
Damn
You
it!
know, leading up to like David Cage and stuff. And there was a report that came out. I think I think it was a French newspaper or something where they were basically saying that there was like harassment in the workplace, and it went to court. And I think Quantic Dream won, but people are still looking at the case like they won on some like weird technicality, so it doesn't really absolve them of anything. But
Hmm.
definitely a lot of people have been feeling some type of way about Quantic Dream that I've been seeing a lot of like games media people not familiar with the case, and I don't know much of the situation, so I'm remain pretty ignorant on it because not because like I don't care about stories that of people getting harassed, but it's just something that kind of flew by my radar, you know.
I
And
didn't even
just to
know about
clarify,
this.
we we here at the 1v1 show do not we condone and not condone, we condemn.
What the heck, dude? Speaking for me, I
We
did not condone that.
No, I mean we not condone. We condemn. Sorry, we condemn any workplace harassment here at the 1v1 show. So, yeah, yeah, but it's no bueno.
That would been very.
But
That would been the opposite of
that
what we
meant,
meant.
look, the two words sound almost the same. Leave me alone.
All right, so yeah, so going for the High Republic, which is an era that I'm really excited for. I think people are also just excited for this new game called Forspoken, which will take us to a different world. I don't know what is Gio. Tell us more.
Yeah. So this was actually Forspoken. Well, before it was known as Project Athia, and then we finally got the reveal of the name. I want to say there was a big PlayStation 5 State of Play a couple
Mm-hmm.
months back, but when it was first revealed during the PS5 reveal, it was something that we really didn't know. It was by Illuminous Studios, a Square Enix studio that did Final Fantasy 15, and they are now showing it off again at the Game Awards as Forspoken, which is an action RPG that will launch on May 24th, 2022. So we're going to get this in what, about 6 months? So this is probably going to be a game that I'll buy for my birthday because my birthday's in May. But as far as kind of the game story goes, it is a bit of an isekai. If you are not familiar of the term, isekai
I'm
means
not.
when you are transported to
gonna
a
be
new
a game.
world. And it's a young woman, her name is Frey Holland, who is transported to a world called Athia, which is where the Project Athia gets back from. And she can use some type of dark magic, which people say is corruption. They're kind of posing the story as a fish out of water story, with her trying to become like the hero of the land, where people are afraid of her, and the villains are actually the rulers of Athia. And in the trailer, you say you see the ruler of Athia telling her, the Frey, that they look to me and the Council for hope that we cannot give them, but maybe you can. So it seems very reminiscent, like it's almost like a Western version of a Final Fantasy game. So I'm very hyped for this. I this is definitely something that I'm planning to play. Another thing is that the game is also going to be a PC, a PS5 exclusive for at least 24 months. So it's going to be exclusively PC and PS5 for 2 years. So how are you?
Oh, dang.
How are you on this, Mikey? What's your hype for this game?
I'm very intrigued by it. Like it gives me Horizon Zero Dawn vibes, and the universe that they're showing in the trailers looks very interesting. And so yeah, and I kind of like the fish out of the water story in this element, and I think it'll make for interesting storytelling. Like I hope it's just as I don't know crazy or like or thought provoking as it was a thought provoking Horizon Zero Dawn, but like I want something like that. And it looks like this Forspoken game is going to be exactly what I'm looking for. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's successful on a level to where that Square Enix has another like highly successful IP in the works to where they can kind of, maybe come up with, they can get sequels and possibly a universe out of this where spin-off games. I'm really hoping that it succeeds because I do like what I'm seeing from the game so far as the, well, I don't know if it's exact gameplay, but from what they've shown, the kind of action RPG, almost Kingdom Hearts style of fighting. So I'm excited for it. And I think that the thing about Square Enix is it doesn't seem like they've had a successful IP, like new IP, in a while, because Square Enix, Final Fantasy is going to be successful, even though it hasn't been its best, but they're coming out with a new game soon. Then we have, what else? They have Tomb Raider, which, it's already an established IP. What else? Kingdom Hearts. But other than that, I mean, what does Square Enix really put out that people really love?
I can't think of anything because all I know them for is Final Fantasy.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm like I said, I'm excited for this. Also, Gary Whitta, who wrote the story for Rogue One, is actually writing the story for this game. So I like him, and I think he's a good writer. So another thing going for this game.
Yeah, and what's the release date again?
May 24th, next year.
Okay.
Also,
yeah,
now
probably,
that
be a week one by, or maybe day one by for me, because I'm pretty hyped.
Now that this game is getting closer and closer to release, I'm hoping they're going to start releasing more information about their upcoming games as well, like Final Fantasy Remake Part 2, which is that's my most anticipated game, like, of all time right now. Not of all time, but like of right now. I think I'm more hyped for Final Fantasy Remake Part 2 than Breath of the Wild 2, which is almost like blasphemous for me to say, but I love that game. Anyways, let's move on to our final story of the day. What is up with we talked about him a little bit, but Spider-Man.
So, boom. So the trailer for the next Spider-Verse movie called Across the Spider-Verse sees Miles Morales swing back into the Spider-Verse not once but twice. And Sony dropped the most anticipated trailer for the sequel last Saturday after our show, teasing the return of everyone's favorite Brooklyn-based web-slinging kid. And the teaser also revealed the title, is Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. So that's really exciting. And that means Miles is getting 2 sequel movies. And during the Entertainment Weekly Twitter Q&A that they had when they premiered the trailer, returning writer and producers Phil Lord and Chris Miller explained that when they sat down to continue Miles' story, they realized that they had way more ideas than they could fit into a single film. And we also get an action-packed look at Miles facing off against Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099, voiced by Oscar Isaac, who first surfaced in an end credits sequence for the first movie. And it remains to be seen whether we'll see any familiar Spider people pop up like Kamiko Glenn's Penny Parker or Nicolas Cage's Spider-Man Noir or John Mulaney's Spider-Ham. And when they were asked if there were going to be new Spider characters or old ones coming back, Lord and Miller said Miles will reunite with some old friends and meet a lot of new ones. So how hyped are you for this game, Gio?
Game.
Or movie. Blah.
I was like, what? My hype levels are off the charts, man. I'm hyped for this because this is actually my favorite superhero movie.
Yeah, same. I would rank Spider-Verse like number 1 out of all superhero movies, animated or live action.
Yeah, same. I actually my favorite superhero movie before this was Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
Ooh, okay. I thought you were going to say Dark Knight.
No. Mask of the Phantasm is definitely number one.
That's up there.
Well, it was number one, and then Spider-Verse. Yo, that movie when I first saw it, I was like, "There's no way this movie is this good." Like, holy shit!
Yeah, and it delivered on all fronts too. I was like, damn,
From
it's
the
so good.
visuals to the story, the jokes hit, everything landed for this movie, and the fact that we're getting two sequels, at least two sequels, right, is got me super hyped. And I here's the thing. So I think they're teasing Spider-Man 2099 as a villain, or at least as like the perceived villain. I don't know anything about Spider-Man 2099. What do you know about him?
I actually don't know anything about him either, because like that iteration of Spider-Man did not appeal to me at all whatsoever, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, which is actually interesting because he's coming from like the future and like more of a cyberpunk setting, which is that I thought like cyberpunk was like your type of stuff.
It is,
and
but like
Spider-Man.
I don't know, just maybe the way Spider 2099 looks, and so I have a theory with this trilogy that we're about to have with the Across the Spider-Verse. He's from the year 2099. Oh,
Shut
interesting. But so here's my theory. So since we're getting a trilogy with Miles Morales, and he's going to verses and then into the Spider-Verse, going across the Spider-Verse in 2, well, maybe in the third one, will he cross over into the live action universe? Are you going to see, because we know that the Tom Holland is now getting another trilogy with Sony, so will he somehow cross over into live action into the Tom Holland trilogy? I don't know. I'm just speculating, but that would be dope.
Maybe after the part 1 and part 2, the last movie will be Spider-Man Out of the Spider-Verse.
Ooh, let's go. That's a good title.
Yeah, or like Exit the Spider-Verse or something like that. Yeah. And then that's how we get him into the live action. I mean, I think Tom Holland also recently said that he wants to be in the Spider-Verse. He's like telling Sony, like, call me. Like, I want to be in this. So
yeah, and then he also commented like, yeah, like I think something along the lines like we're ready for a Miles Morales Spider-Man movie, and he wants to see that happen.
I want to see it too. It's a shame that Donald Glover is too old to play Miles now.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, he would have been the. I think he would have been the perfect.
I don't think he had the body type to be Spider-Man to begin with.
Yeah, but actors like they always like can change their body types, work out or get fat or whatever or lean.
Well, yeah, but I mean like his like body, like I'm not saying like he was like skinny or like too fat for the role, but like the way his body type is, because Spider-Man is a lanky superhero, and Donald Glover seems like a stocky dude.
Okay, I see it. I see. Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's already in the MCU. Is basically his uncle Aaron. So yeah. I mean, we know Miles exists in the MCU in some form because he's been mentioned by Donald Glover's character, basically saying like, "Oh, my nephew lives around here." So you know that he's somewhere there.
Like I really like the possibility of all these like multiverses converging, and since it's Sony's property in the Spider-Man IP, makes me wonder if they're going to be as ambitious as we hope them to be.
Hopefully. I mean, I think the only thing stopping Spider ambitions right now is just if Sony and Marvel continue to play nice. Yeah. Which they almost didn't, but then people got so mad that they were like, all right, we'll cut a deal. So, yeah.
So that brings us to the end of our subtopics section, and this is probably going to be the last time we'll do our main topics like this, where we have 2 topics and we talk about them for 15 minutes straight. And so yeah, and for our last topic, for our last main topics ever that we're doing it like this, is going to be what the heck? Where is it? Oh, there we go. Boom.
Boom.
Aaron Sorkin's Being the Ricardos, which is a movie about Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. And yeah, well, let me get the timer. Gio, give us a synopsis of the movie.
You want me to frame this? All
Yeah.
right. So the movie is set during the week when it was found out or discovered that Lucille Ball in the 1930s had checked off being a member of the Communist Party. Now, if you have, excuse me, if you have any sense of history as far as America during the Cold War, you know that considering yourself a communist was a big no-no. Now, the movie, the time frame is generally set with a few flashbacks here and there about that week from Monday when the news was reported on to Friday when the show was taping and all of the drama that happens in between, whether it be Lucy and Desi Arnaz, who played by Javier Bardem, and also I forgot to mention Lucy is played by Reese Witherspoon, where they are. Wait, no,
Reese Witherspoon.
No, not Reese Witherspoon.
You got the wrong lady there. That's Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman. Sorry, I got my white woman confused. My bad. Nicole Kidman. I knew it was wrong when I said it, but then I just didn't stop saying it. Nicole Kidman playing Lucy and Javier Bardem playing Desi Arnaz. Not only do you have this whole communist subplot going on, but also the fact that it was reported that Desi was caught out cheating by a newspaper and the infidelity of his marriage. You also have the subplot of Ethel not being happy with her role. And you have Fred, played by J.K. Simmons, who is just kind of being Fred around. I mean, he didn't really have a.
I don't know how to describe his role either.
He didn't really have a subplot or anything. I
liked him in that role though.
I did like him in the role. J.K. Simmons is a phenomenal actor, so I think J.K. Simmons could kill any role that he desires. But you have kind of the issues on set creatively between Lucy and the writers and the director. And the fact that Lucy also just having a lot of other issues on set as far as pregnancies and the fact that during the 50s, you can't say pregnant on TV because apparently people in the 50s had no conception of where babies come from.
Yeah, because they had a whole scene in that movie. So what do you recommend this movie to people who have not seen I Love Lucy? Like, would newcomers to the whole franchise enjoy this movie?
I think, yeah. I think even if you don't love I Love Lucy, the subplot of America and communism in the 50s, I think it still provides an entertaining story. Also, even though we both have issues with the subplot of like Desi cheating, I think the two actors play off their relationship well, and it's very believable that these two are in love, but also that they also have their moments of just nah. What do you think of
Nicole Kidman as Lucille Ball?
I think she nailed it.
Yeah, I think she's perfect for that role.
I think there are scenes, and if you're familiar with I Love Lucy, you'll be familiar with these scenes. But there are scenes where they're talking about what's going on in the TV show, and she's imagining it, and it goes into like black and white of her mind imagining what the scene looks like. And to me, those are my favorite scenes of the movie.
Yeah, and so like I would recommend this movie to especially fans of the show because there's a lot of fan service. They show the grape scene, they show some of the funny bits through the show, and like they mention the things, and then we get flashbacks of Nicole Kidman performing those little bits, and I enjoy those a lot. So yeah, if you've never seen I Love Lucy, I don't know, but I thought it was a good movie, and that kind of dragged on near the end. But yeah, but if you're a fan of the show, I highly recommend it because I thought it was good, and I did not buy Javier Bardem as Desi Arnaz at first. But now, after watching the movie, I can't think of anyone else who would have done it better. Because, like, before the movie, I was like, really? Javier Bardem as Desi? I was like, I don't see it. And I was like, they could have just got, like, maybe Pedro Pascal with the no mustache, maybe. But then, yeah, afterwards, I was like, okay, yeah, no. Javier Bardem nailed that role. And no, yeah, he's drinking green tea ginseng. But yeah, so let's get into spoilers of
Yeah,
the
let's do
movie.
it.
So for the next 10 minutes, we're going to talk spoilers of The Being Ricardos, written by Aaron Sorkin. And I don't know if it's really spoilers if you know the history of Lucille Ball,
I
but
mean, stuff happens that happened in real life, so it's not
yeah.
really spoilers. But
So
I think
hmm?
this movie, as far as spoilers, let's talk about my biggest issue with the
All right, what's
movie
that?
first. Is this the Desi Arnaz like and Lucille Ball like cheating like subplot?
Yeah, that they kept mentioning that throughout the movie, and then when the final the payoff, or like the climax of that whole thing, it was this.
They
I
didn't
don't
really
know.
pay off.
Yeah, they didn't like they treated it like just okay, you got that part shown in the movie, and then let's move on and don't think about anything else. Well, then the movie ended, but yeah.
Yeah, because during the movie, right, it's always hinted at like Desi cheated, and I think they want to be like, did he cheat? Did he not cheat? But like, of course he cheated. We all know he did, because that's what happened in history. And there are parts of this movie where I feel like they kept addressing it, but they kept sweeping it under the rug and just being like, oh, they just kept mentioning, oh, that one thing, that one thing, that one thing, and then for it to be the final twist at the end with, her pulling out like the lipstick, like I found this on your collar, and he's like, oh, that's you. Don't you remember you did this, this, and that? And then right at the very end, she's like, but this is my lipstick. And I think they wanted the crowd to be like, oh, but really didn't feel it. My name is Earl says, spoiler, Javier flips a coin, and when they lose, he hits them in the head with a cow knocker. God damn it. Anyways, I don't know. I felt like that whole subplot didn't pay off.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the whole writing of them and directing of the movie? Because this is Aaron Sorkin who wrote The Social Network. He wrote a bunch of shows like The West Wing, and I think I forgot The Big Short. I think. Oh no, I don't think he wrote the script for that. But like, he's a well-known script writer, and this is one of his first directorial works. And yeah, so what do you think of just like how everything was presented?
The only
for old men.
Like the framing of the movie, I did enjoy in the sense that you have kind of the beginning and the end. You have kind of writers who were actually they're real life people discussing it, and then you are able to frame it in the sense that Monday, and then the ending is Friday, and you're kind of waiting for the pacing. The thing is, I think a couple things. When they do the interviews in the middle of that, I think it does kind of distract a little bit. And it does drag towards the ending where it's like, come on, like, get on with it. What do you think, Mikey?
Yeah, no, like I agree. So, but I think Aaron Sorkin could be a feature award-winning director because, like, well, like maybe this movie did have some maybe editing or pacing issues. I think what worked really well, and yeah, I think I don't know if this movie will be nominated for or win a lot of Oscars. I think it'll definitely be nominated for best actor and actress for Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem. Do you think so?
I think all of both the two mains, Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem, did phenomenally well. I think also even J.K. Simmons as Fred, even though he didn't do much in the movie, I think he did great as well. The woman who played Ethel, I don't know who that is. Do you know? I feel almost bad.
Yeah, because you're kind of part of the problem in that subplot.
Right, because it's like she's complaining about who, like, no one pays attention to Ethel, and Ethel is like basically dating her grandfather, and let's look at it. Is it Vivian? Okay. Nina Arianda? Do you know who this is?
Unfortunately, I do not. Sorry.
Okay, I have her filmography here. She was in Midnight in Paris.
Well, what role did she play? There's a bunch of people in that movie.
It was Carol Bates, which
That does
doesn't.
not bring anything to mind.
She was in Richard Jewell. Did you watch that movie?
I have not seen that one.
She was in Florence Foster Jenkins. Never seen that one.
I
She
haven't seen
was
that one either.
in Tower Heist. Is that the
Ben Stiller movie?
Yeah?
I've not seen that
She
one
was
either.
Miss Ivanko. Was she playing like some like Russian like tropey like Russian lady? It sounds like it. TV shows. She was in Master of None.
I haven't seen that one, even though
Oh,
you
Master of
told me to watch it.
None. She was in Hannibal, 30
Ooh,
Rock,
that has been on my list forever. I hear good things about that show.
also in Billions.
I haven't seen it. Dang, I haven't seen a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, I like I said, I think she did pretty well in it. I think really felt for her character a lot because Lucille Ball in the movie, like how she's portrayed, is a very very intelligent, shrewd woman who knows what she wants, but also is it's like she cares about her cast, but to her, like her main focus is like she's hyper locked in is like what is the best for the show. Like the kind of the creativity takes precedence over everything, and that might even be at the expense of someone's feelings. Because in the movie, like Ethel wants this and that, and like Lucy's like it doesn't make sense for the show. It doesn't make sense for the show, and you can see like her character Vivian or Ethel, she's really trying to like tell Lucy like this is hurting me, and Lucy's just like it doesn't work for the show, and I really felt for her.
And yeah, Nice Samantha says you also yell at her for not watching movies.
Yeah, I yell at Nice Samantha for a lot of things, but that's definitely one of the main ones.
You know what? Okay, tangent here. Gio has been telling me for years to watch One Piece, and I just found out that he doesn't even watch the show.
But I read the manga. Well, I know that you're not going to read the manga because you haven't even read the Spider-Man comic book I let you borrow. And that's something you like. Yeah. Fuck you. Anyways.
Yeah.
Where was I going? A tangent, something. I really enjoyed the dialogue in this movie. I thought it was snappy. Shut up. My name is Earl. I thought it was snappy. I thought it was clever. I thought it fit within the characters. I very much enjoyed the writing, and I really felt bad for the director character, the Don Glass, because the whole movie, everyone just
shits on him,
hating on him the whole movie. Like he's incompetent, he's an idiot, he don't know what he's doing.
But he's like, but I've seen every episode of the show. I know how the show is. And then, but everyone's like, okay, new guy, like we're gonna do it our way.
Yeah.
Even though he's the director.
I also really felt bad for Lucy in part. Like I think also, I don't know if this hit for you, but when she's talking about like what she really wants is a home, and like you have like 3 houses, she's like, but none of them are a home, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
I felt
so.
that.
How would you rate this movie out of 10?
I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, I give it a solid 7 out of 10, and it's mostly because of like the pacing issues that I was having with it. But like everything, like I said earlier, everything the movie did really right, I thought. And
okay,
yeah,
this part actually almost knocks it like half a point off for me. At the very end, when the Desi's plan about like calling the media, and he has someone on the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how do you? It's like, is there a case against Lucille Ball? It's like, no, there's not. That kind of radio voice. It's like, well, sir, who is this? And it's like, this is J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover was the director of the CIA. I don't buy that actually happened. That is some bull. I forgot to look that up. But you're telling me you have the director of the CIA just on the telephone for I Love Lucy to clear her name. I don't buy it. That is some horse, like, bull.
Okay.
Like that is some.
I'm reading a
Like,
Slate article right now, which is literally saying what's fact and what's fiction in being the Ricardos. Hold on.
okay, please read that
Okay,
for
let's
me because
let's
I
read
don't
this. Let's
like.
read this. All right. Did J. Edgar Hoover phone into a taping to testify in Lucille Ball's defense? And the story goes, when the Winchell story is picked up by newspapers, Desi Arnaz gets the FBI director on the phone to tell the studio audience that Lucille Ball has been entirely cleared and that there's no indication that she was ever tainted by the dread communism. So that's what was shown in the movie. And here's reality. They said, we couldn't find any record of such a phone call. However, J. Edgar Hoover was a fan of the show to the point of writing a letter to Lucy in 1955 in which he enthused the humor of your program last Monday, I think, exceeded any of your previous programs, and they have been really good in themselves. So, yeah, I guess there's no record of the call ever happening. And they use that as like one of the biggest climax of the movie. Huh. Wow.
I know it's you know what? This is like a little bit off topic, but I think me and you talked about this. I want to see Jackson watch this movie.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah, it'd be really interesting.
He'll be like, ah!
All right, so yeah, I would recommend it to fans or non-fans of the show because if you like Oscar bait movies, this is a fine Oscar bait movie, and I think it's a decent watch. Last words, Gio?
Yeah, I agree. I think I would recommend it. I think it's entertaining, and especially for fans of I Love Lucy, I think this is a must-watch. And for people who aren't familiar with the show, I would still recommend it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so and that brings the end of our spoilery discussion of history that was portrayed in the movie, being the Ricardos, and we move on to a review of episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Disney Plus's TV series Hawkeye. So, Gio, open it up for us or frame it, please.
Yeah, I want to start this off actually. Actually, no. I'll save that point for later. And actually, I'll save this point for later. But quick episode recap. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but let's just go into our overall feelings.
Let's go into spoilers because
you want to just go into it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so who's going to watch a Hawkeye discussion and hoping not to get spoiled?
Well, I was saying for like leaving like the first couple minutes of what we thought of the show first, but if you want to go into it right now, let's go into it right now.
Let's get it.
Okay, so episode 1, Kate Bishop. It starts off with the first episode is very generally, it's a very Kate Bishop themed or focused episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a better word. But you see her as a little girl. Her parents are fighting. They're talking about possibly moving, selling the house, and from the house that they live in, that looks luxurious as hell. Like, I want to live in that house.
Yeah, and I like how Kate was like, "Oh yeah, it was our grandfather's grandfather that built it, and now we have it."
No. And I'm not familiar with Kate Bishop in the comics, so I don't know if in the comics she comes from like a wealthy background too. But Sebastian says, "Are you guys going 1 through 3 or past the 3rd episode?" No, we're just going 1 through 3. So the plan is we're gonna do because the whole show is 6 episodes long, so we are going to do half this week, and when we come back, we'll do the second half because it just makes more sense that way. Anyways,
the last episode aired. Oh, sorry, go on.
The last episode aired last.
No, the last finale.
Yeah,
I'll look it up. Go on.
Anyways, then the Battle of New York happens. The battle that was, during the first Avengers movie, and during that, her mother saves her, but her father passes away. And you see this kind of renewed focus in Kate, where she decides to train, and you see this as kind of her being a really good shot. Because there's a scene where she is able to hit a bell tower from far away, which causes her to destroy the bell and the tower. And she's now, going back home during the holidays, getting in trouble with school. And you find out that her mom is still rich. And now her boyfriend is there, that it doesn't seem like Kate really likes him. One quick note, Mikey.
So,
Kate's mom, yo, she's a foxy woman.
oh, Vera Farmiga, yeah, she's a great actress. I like her in everything that she's in. To be honest, like I don't think there's been a project that she's been in where this thing sucks. Like she always
What
picks
else?
really interesting projects. I think
What else was she in?
Vera Farmiga,
Yeah.
the Conjuring movies. Hold on, and then
Oh, I haven't seen The Conjuring.
you haven't seen the Conjuring?
Mm-mm.
Like literally one of the best horror movies of the decade.
Yeah, you were all telling me about that. But I just because you all watched it together, and I didn't go with y'all. Anyways, let's move on. Right. So, Kate's not Kate's. So I'm trying to remember the name. The boyfriend, his uncle is there talking to Kate about her mom and the boyfriend getting engaged, and he kind of insults her a little bit. Where Kate's like, "Oh, he must have gotten a prize," and he's like, "I'm not so sure." And in my head, I'm like, "Yo, this dude just insulted your mom. Why aren't you going to say something?" I would be like, "What did you say, old man? I will beat you if you talk about my mother." That's how I would have addressed the situation.
Of course.
Rich or not, like I will throw you off this building if you insult my mother. Anyways.
Speaking of mother, Vera Farmiga, I just found her filmography. She was in the Manchurian Candidate, The Departed with Martin Scorsese. She was a therapist. I don't know if you've seen that. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, and she was also in, like I said, The Conjuring 1 and 2, Godzilla, Annabelle Comes Home, and for TV, where was it? She was on Law and Order, The Bates Motel, and Snow White, and then yeah. I guess those are not really well known movies, but she's also an orphan.
Is that the movie with the horror movie with the it's like an older woman with dwarfism? The Orphan?
Oh yeah, with the little girl. You know they're making a sequel to Orphan with the same actress.
What?
That played the orphan.
Interesting. Okay.
But anyways, back to Hawkeye.
Back to Hawkeye. Anyways, so she finds out they're getting engaged. She's not happy about it. She gets into kind of a not a fight, but you could tell she's talking to her mom about it. She gets out. She goes out to get some air. She comes back and finding out that the old man is now threatening the mom. And so she decides to follow the old man and the boyfriend into this part was really like kind of threw me off. But there's like out of nowhere, there's like this high class party, and in the same building, there's like a secret dungeon where they're having some type of shady auction where they are what's the word I'm looking for? They're auctioning off things that were in the Avengers compound.
Oh yeah, black market auction.
Exactly. And one of a lot of the stuff that they're auctioning off is the Ronin sword and the Ronin suit. Now, if you don't remember who Ronin is, in Endgame, after he lost his family, Hawkeye basically goes crazy and just starts murdering people in an alias called the Ronin. And no one knows who Ronin is. Now, from here, right? From here, we get the framing of kind of the general story, which is basically Hawkeye coming to terms to what he did as Ronin and the consequences of that. So we cut to Hawkeye now with his family. They're watching a play of the Avengers, which I thought was pretty cringy yet hilarious.
But I actually want to see that play, like as like a special feature or something.
I also really like how Hawkeye was like, he wasn't there. Ant-Man wasn't there. That guy wasn't there. And I thought it would have been funnier if Hawkeye would have been if he would have gotten replaced by Ant-Man. He probably would have been like... But
and then after they left that the play because he was like just cringing, and then so are his kids, and then they went to a restaurant and he got Hawkeye was getting pretty much celebrity treatment. And the thing that bothered me about this is like the fact that Hawkeye is a public well-known celebrity with the Broadway musical about him, and Falcon the Winter Soldier couldn't get a friggin' bank loan. It was so dumb to me.
Because he's black. That's what they were going for. Like, he's black, he can't get anything, because that whole series was a lot about like racial tensions,
Yeah.
or at least thematically. But also, even if you take race out of the factor, I guess also because he was one of the original Avengers and not one of the new Avengers, so maybe that has a bit of more weight to it. I also really liked how when they left the theater, the youngest kid was like, "Dad, why is everyone singing and dancing about stuff?"
Yeah.
I was
Right.
like, "That's pretty funny." I like the dynamic between Hawkeye and his kids. I
Yeah. Like
thought,
it really strengthens that family man aspect that he's
yeah,
been hinted at throughout the entire like franchise. And so we move on to the next scene where well, not the next, well, the next thing is that they have dinner and the boyfriend is there, right? Is that where we left
no,
off?
we forgot the part where the explosion happens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, the explosion happens. There's guys in there who are running into the auction. They're looking for a ring, which we don't know the significance of the ring. And Kate basically puts on the Ronin suit and starts fighting these guys. And she is out there just whooping on them. And, it might be, I don't know, do you buy Kate being that good at fighting?
Well, I also I want to mention the opening credits where they had like they pretty much told the story, and I think with the ending credits of episode 1, and they just showed her like the everything that she's accomplished and achieved, and it made it believable for me. It's like, oh damn, so she's like literally like one of the world's greatest archers, and she said so herself, and proved it to Hawkeye. And then also with the she has a bunch of like black belts too, apparently, right? I forgot what it was
Yeah.
exactly. And then so yeah, I could buy it. You did it.
Okay. I don't think I saw that. I think I skipped past that credit where you see all
Skip
of
the
her
credits on
accomplishments.
the Marvel thing.
Well, because I heard that there was no post credit stuff in the first
Oh, there
episode.
aren't. But like during the credits, there's a lot of information. I mean, about her backstory.
I guess that's my fault. I guess it's my bad.
Fake fan.
Anyway, shut up. Anyways, let's move on. So she starts beating up these guys. She gets away with my favorite character of the show, which is Pizza Dog, which is this stray dog that she just adopts because he looks adorable, and he's a good boy. But she runs away. She goes into the apartment of the uncle who was threatening her mom, and she finds that he's dead. She runs out, and she immediately gets found by those they're called the tracksuit mafia. And as she's about to get surrounded, Hawkeye comes in and like saves her. So that's the end of the first episode. So in the second episode, it is basically Hawkeye, like they're trying to figure out what happens. Why do you have the suit? She tells him. They go back to the apartment. The apartment gets Molotov cocktailed. So, what's the word I'm looking for? They get out. They leave the suit behind. The suit. They take her to a safe house. And when Hawkeye goes back to the suit, it's not there. And immediately he finds it on like some TikTok video. It turns out some guy had it, and it's a LARPer. So, what did you think of the LARPing scene, Mikey?
Oh, the LARPing scenes I thought was one of the great fight choreography with the LARPing scenes, and it reminded me of the movie Role Models with Solomon Williams Scott and Paul Rudd.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday, but I agree. I thought it was pretty. Thought it was pretty funny. How it's like, come on, man, like, I'm like, let me kill you. I'll get cred for this. And I thought it was pretty funny. Hawkeye just looks tired. He's like, fine. So,
and then in the third episode, we get a whole scene. I think the third episode of Hawkeye is my favorite Marvel Disney Plus episode that they've shown so far because it was just action packed, and I enjoyed it very well. And like my second Disney Plus TV episode would be the Loki episode where old man Loki brought up Asgard because that was dope too. But the third episode of Hawkeye is probably my favorite of the series or the franchise so far on Disney Plus.
Also, we get an introduction to Echo, aka Maya. What do you think of her character?
It's very intriguing. I like the I like how they're having a deaf character, and I also like the scene where Hawkeye lost his hearing aid, and I was like, "Yo, as someone who has hearing aids myself, like they got that experience like 80% right." And I was like, "Okay," and that probably added to why I like that episode so much.
Also, the character of Maya in her backstory, you see like a mention of someone called Uncle, who
Hmm.
it's heavily implied that is Kingpin. Uh, that they're bringing Kingpin back from the Netflix shows into the MCU, which is exciting because I really liked him in the Netflix shows.
Yeah, and I think it'll line up with the release of Spider-Man. Because, like, do you think we'll see the effects of that movie happen in Hawkeye?
Possibly, I didn't think about that, but I don't know because we already see a Kingpin, a multiverse Kingpin in Spider Verse. So
Mm-hmm.
now we're just having Kingpins everywhere. I guess it's
And I'm glad that, well, it's not confirmed that he's playing Kingpin, right? Is it Vincent D'Onofrio?
I don't think that it's confirmed, but it's the same laugh. So
Yeah,
it'd be really hard to replace like him that way.
yeah. So like, I'm excited, and plus we know for a fact that they're bringing back Charlie Cox as Daredevil.
Yeah.
So one would think they would bring Vincent back as well for Kingpin. So yeah. Uh, so how do you rate the first 3 episodes?
I give it a good 8 out of 10.
Same. I think it's one of the better episodes of the Disney Plus lineup, or like the better shows. I mean,
I think it's definitely, it seems more grounded and it doesn't have so many like oh snap moments. But I think the characters are written really well, like both Kate and Hawkeye. So very much enjoyed it. Also, Pizza Dog is best boy.
yeah. And so that brings us to the end of our spoilery discussion of Hawkeye, and that's also the end of our main topic segment because we're probably not going to do it that way again. And yeah, it is our season finale of the 1v1 show, and it's crazy. I don't even know how many episodes we've done this year, but it's
Yeah,
fun.
we don't really have them labeled or numbered, so eh,
But
we'll
yeah,
see.
so I guess we'll close out with the usual final word from Gio, and yeah, so far I think Hawkeye is way better than Captain America and Winter Soldier. That's edgy.
I agree because I feel like Captain America: Winter Soldier really like hit the ground running, but then it just petered off like pretty bad.
Oh, the show. I was thinking like the actual characters, but yeah.
Uh,
All right, so here's
yeah.
our last word from Gio. Take it away.
All right. So the last word for 2021 as we move into 2022. The holidays are really a time of recollection. It's really a time of kind of thinking about what you've done this past year, but also, being grateful for friends and family that you have around you, as well as just kind of, I don't want to say planning, but just thinking about how you're going to spend the next year, what decisions are you going to make, what are you looking forward to, what are you planning on doing. I think all I can say when we're thinking about this new year as we move forward is, and I think this is something that I struggle with as well, but you want to always, strive for your best, but also keep low expectations. If you didn't meet all of your goals that you set for yourself last year into this year, don't be too hard on yourself. Sometimes things take work. Yeah, maybe you didn't complete that like book that you wanted to write. Maybe you didn't lose the weight that you wanted to lose. Maybe you didn't, do as good in your classes as you wanted. Maybe you didn't learn that language that you wanted to do, or you didn't save as much money as you would like. It'll be okay. Everything is a process. Everything is, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And as we move forward, I want you all to, take care of yourselves and don't beat yourself up, because at the end of the day, we we come here with nothing and we leave here with nothing. And as long as you are doing your best and you have a good support system and you know how to communicate well with the people that are around you, you'll be okay. And you know,
I know.
you know.
I know.
And as Mikey likes to say, I
You.
say that a lot. And that'll be it for the 1v1 show. Stick around for the post show. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Not a sprint. It's not. Actually, I can't even take credit for that quote. That's more of a Nipsey Hussle thing that I took from. But anyways, can someone hit the 1v1 command in chat? You will look at our socials. Don't forget to check out our YouTube. Don't forget to check out our Instagram, our Twitter. Follow us on there. If you want to throw us a few bucks, like I said, we appreciate it. You will see the perks on the website. And from there, this has been your boy, Gio Huey Flo, alongside my co-host,
Mikey.
telling you to stick around for the post show. And like always, stay thriving, stay fighting, stay surviving. And we will see y'all into the new year. Peace.
Oh, whoops. I forgot to edit that. Yo, so Gio's not back yet. I don't know where he is. And yeah, so that was our final show of the year. Just chilling. And I thought it was pretty good. I think for next year, we're going to do things a lot differently. Well, the subtopics is probably going to stay the same. Probably do something different in the beginning. We're going to replace the main topics with something, I don't know. Well, we have some ideas. And yeah. And we were before the show. Me and Joe were just talking about like our holiday shopping, and how he just finished with his this week. And yeah, I finished my holiday shopping back in September, but I bought Gio's gift in the beginning of November or end of October. When does the show return next year? I thought we were going to return on January 15th, but Gio says he's down to come back on the 8th instead. So yeah, January 8th is when we will be coming back as a brand new show, or like trying to revamp it. And yeah. And so I might as well just go through our topics that we didn't get to into the show, because there's a bunch. Well, Gio still, I don't know where he is, but yeah. So let's see. One of Gio's subtopics is that the Activision employees are creating a strike fund for workers who have been participating in a work stoppage since Monday, and they're asking workers to sign a union authorization card, which could eventually lead to a company-wide vote on forming a union. And the strike fund is being listed on a GoFundMe with the goal of $1 million to support the employees during the work stoppages. And yeah, that's interesting. Like, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel doubtful that the gamers will support the employees. But yeah, no, it is pretty messed up that over the reason of why they're striking. Like, but yeah, and workers continue to strike Thursday and onward will be unpaid or will have to use their own accrued paid time off. And the video games industry is not unionized, so a move to get workers to sign union cards is notable. And yeah, and that's that topic. And the next one is Hosoda. And Gio is asking, actually, maybe I'll give these topics to Gio when he comes back, because his topics are talking about Mamoru Hosoda and the Studio Tizu. With the trailer of Belle, talking about Belle, and Chase Crawford, who was in The Boys, and Manny Jacinto, who's from Nine Perfect Strangers, and Hunter Schafer from Euphoria, are all going to be the lead for the English language voice cast for Mamoru Hosoda's G-Kids Awards contender Belle. So yeah, I think Joe will get into that in detail, because I don't know anything about that. And another thing I don't know anything about is the DC games. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, the official gameplay trailer, and I thought that looked really dope. Oh, he
Back.
and there he is. Yeah, I was going through your topics that we didn't get into, and one of them was the Hosoda. Can he pass Miyazaki? I don't know.
Oh man,
I don't know anything about this.
So, I know a lot about this. Okay, so very much, I was I can't pronounce his first name.
Mamoru
Hosoda.
Mamoru.
He actually applied to work at Studio Ghibli, like back in the day.
Ooh.
And essentially, the story goes that Miyazaki basically asked him, like, let me see your work. And he showed him like a notebook, and he basically told him, like, you're good enough to go on your own. You don't need to work here. So it's almost like he like deemed him as his successor. Now, if you're aware with Hosoda's work, he's done Girl Who Left Through Time, which we both enjoyed.
Yes.
And movie,
Top 10 anime right
cry. There. What else? He has done Summer Wars, which I really enjoyed. I watched it with some friends like last year, and they were making fun of it the whole time because they're fools and heathens. I love that movie, even though the main plot is basically what's the word I'm looking for? The main plot is basically almost like the Digimon movie, like beat for beat. He also did Boy and the Beast, which I very much enjoyed.
Summer Wars is just Digimon the movie. It says beat you to
Shut up,
play.
BTG Play. I just said that. It's a great movie. Fuck you.
I've never seen Digimon because I thought it was a ripoff of Pokemon.
What else? He also did Boy and the Beast, which I really enjoyed. Wolf Children, which I think is phenomenal.
I haven't seen it, but I heard great things about it.
Oh man, that movie is great. What else did he do? He did Sorry, I have these cookies, and they're the white fudge Oreos, which are really good. He also did one more movie. He did Mirai, actually, which was just okay. That's probably my least favorite of his movies.
It's an okay movie. It says My Name Is Earl.
Anyways,
I agree.
So here's the thing. So Hosoda.
When can we strap Mikey to a chair for 24 hours and force him to watch anime all day, dude? That would suck.
Oh, good.
I mean, it would suck, but I was like, man, I know I'm gonna being forced to watch anime that the kind of anime that I don't want to watch. I have something against it. I just don't want to watch it. It does not appeal to me. Pretty much all the animes that Gio watches.
Waifus all day. Waifus all day.
I still need to finish my rewatch of Cowboy Bebop.
It's gonna be Non Biori, because that show has 3 seasons in a movie. It's one of the best things ever.
I'd never heard of it until now.
I feel like that's the type of show that, like, I'll watch it with you. I'll explain to you why it's so great, and you will just be like, "This is fucking dumb."
Is it like the Justice League movie where like some fans see that with a weird lens of like amazingness?
Yes, but this is deserved.
Oh, Digimon is actually an example of parallel thinking, as it was being developed at the same time as Pokemon and just happened to have a similar name by accident. Oh, okay. Okay. See, I didn't know that. Like when Digimon came out, I was like, oh, there's going on the Mon hype and call it Digimon instead of Pokey.
I think that's also a case of things being lost in translation, because even though it looks like Digimon, because it came out later in the States, they were kind of released at the same time in Japan, so we just got it later. That's why.
Non Biori is super boring, super boring, says My Name Is Earl. And that's something that I'd be forced to watch. And Digimon is about computers and digital monsters. Pokemon is about real monsters. Ooh.
Look, the scene where when Renge finds out that the class pet is still alive, or like through the birth of reincarnation because it left offspring.
Spoilers.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Like they're like or when Candy Store is teaching Renge how to ride a bike, and it symbolizes the fact that one day Renge will leave the countryside. And like you are built up like the relationship between Candy Store and Renge, and how like she's essentially like her big sister. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
So good. So good. So good. Anyways.
That one episode was an hour long and I fell asleep. I almost fell asleep 3 times. Damn, I'm definitely falling asleep.
Because My Name Is Earl is a bitter old man. Anyways, let's get into these stories. Because I forgot what I was saying. I got rudely interrupted. Oh, Hosoda. That's what we were talking about. Yeah. So anyways, they the story is that they like I watched all of his movies like last year in like a binge, and I was like, these are all phenomenal. And like after watching them, I'm like, I wonder if you stack up 3 of Miyazaki's best movies and 3 of Hosoda's movies. I'm like, which 3 would be better? And I was really thinking of it, and I was like, maybe Hosoda has it. Maybe he's really like beaten Miyazaki. But then I rewatched like Studio Ghibli movies. I'm like, no, he's not there yet, but he's close.
That's a high praise. And now you make me want to watch or binge watch his movies. Hosoda's.
You should watch Wolf Children.
Oh yeah, that's definitely on my list. I keep hearing great things about that movie, Wolf Children.
That movie, oh my god. So good.
I'm going to give you the one because I'm going to go to the kitchen and get my bagels out the oven.
For sure. All right, so
Don't
I'm
die on
gonna
us,
see
man.
Belle when it comes out. I'm excited for Belle. Like this is honestly my most anticipated movie of the year. Um, last year, this year, I think it. I honestly am super excited for it. I don't think I've been hyped for a movie this much in a while. Maybe Spider-Verse 2. I was excited for that, but Belle definitely up there. Man, what else has Soda done? Because I feel like I've seen almost all of his movies. Um, look up. Um, so it's funny that you all say that um, Summer Wars is just Digimon because he also did that movie. Mm. He did a One Piece movie that I heard was good. Girl Who Left Through Time, amazing. Summer Wars, amazing. Wolf Children, amazing. Boy and the Beast, amazing. Mirai was okay. I thought it was just okay. Oh, so he hasn't done that many movies. So he's done six. This would be his, I guess, his sixth movie that is actually like his and not based on another like property. So I'm excited for it. Damn. Oh, okay. So he directed Girl Who Left Through Time, Summer Wars, and Wolf Children, but he didn't write them. Interesting. You know what? Boy and the Beast. It kind of reminds me of the live action Stephen Chow Journey to the West with Kubo and the Two Strings. It gives me similar vibes of those movies. I don't know if y'all have seen those, but good movies. Anyways, ah, hold on. Oh, what other stories are there? Okay, so sorry, I'm enjoying these cookies. You know what I could do actually? I went and got my Zelda case. I want to try out this like see if the Switch games fit in the thing Mikey got me. So let's try it out. Mm-hmm. Oh, if you weren't here for the show for our Christmas thing, Mikey got me a Master Sword that doubles as a Switch case. So here I have. So I can get this in focus. This is Astral Chain for the Nintendo Switch. We're gonna see the games fit in here. Oh, oh, it does. Perfect. Perfect fit. Let's see. Let's see if I could. We can replicate these. Ooh, okay. Okay. There you go. We got 3 games lined up. Astral Chain. I think it's Mario plus Rabbids, and then the last one is the Super Mario Anniversary. So let's see what it looks like. We put other 3 games in it. Well, we wait for Mikey to come back. Wait, hold on. Gotta super glue it together because I guess when it was made, it was actually not made in one part, but it was made in 2. And I thought I broke it, but I think the glue just didn't fully set when whoever made this because it's a very clean break. Like it was made already in 2 parts. So I just gotta fix it. Smash Brothers. What else? Travis Strikes Again. Oh, this one feels a little loose, but it doesn't come out. And then let's see, Bayonetta. So, uh, one of them does come out, so gotta be careful with that one. But as far as the other ones go, like I have the games here, and they don't really seem to come out. So the top part of the sword, it seems just a little loose here at the bottom. like a little bit, like if I have the games here, and then if I try to just turn it over, that one just falls out. So maybe I'll not keep a game in the bottom of the sword. So it's this is really fucking cool. I'm very much enjoying having this. Like I said, I gotta find a place to mount it on my room. Bruh, how many statues you got? The Boy and the Beast I always thought was Japanese Jungle Book. What? Okay, I kind of see it, but I don't fully buy that comparison. I don't buy that messed up. Actually, statues that I got, this isn't even like my full like arsenal. I'm not even at full power right now. So let's see, because my amiibo collection is up there, but as far as like statues go, let's see. So I have Demon Slayer statues, as you can see. So I got one. I think this is the Sound Hashira. So I got him. He's gonna be featurely heavied in the new season. Actually, I haven't watched the new season yet, so no one spoil it for me. I got Chi-Chi, but in her like original Dragon Ball costume. So I have. What else do I have? I have a lot actually. I have.
Are you showing off your waifu statues?
Uh,
What's going on here?
BTG Play was asking me how many statues I got. Bro, how many waifu statues do you have? I have my Nico Robin in her. What's the word I'm looking for? Nico Robin in the Wano Country outfits. I have actually two of them. I have a lot. I have. If you look back here,
Wow.
All right, we're good.
Such
We're
great
good, y'all.
care.
Nothing broke. We're good.
Is she okay?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm concerned.
I hate you. Take back every nice thing I just said. No.
I hope she's okay.
All right. I'm gonna have to fix these later. I was showing the. I was also showing off the case. I was putting Switch games in them. So
wait, does it fit?
So these work.
Shit.
The part works. The only problem is on this one. Is the very last one is very loose. Like it doesn't stay in there at all. Like
shit.
this one.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's still dope. It's just the bottom part is a little too big. But hell yeah. 5 out of 6 ain't bad. What you eating?
A bagel.
I heard a crunch.
Oh, it's a bagel with cream cheese.
Ooh. Bagels. I always appreciate a good bagel flavor. Do you remember the bagel sandwiches? McDonald's?
Yeah, they sucked.
Really? I thought they were phenomenal.
Everything's phenomenal to you.
Shut up. I honestly I like the bagel sandwiches more than the Egg McMuffin and the McGriddle. I definitely. Dude, I have a lot of Nico Robin statues. Now that I really think about it, I have 4.
So, how many statues in total? Just like not even waifu.
Like not waifu statues?
Like all statues combined. How many?
Damn, man, because I have the waifu statues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a couple others, 7, 8. I have like little things like I have this little Nezuko that Nice Samantha got me. Which is a small little Nezuko. It's adorbs. Then I have a couple other ones. Like I have all these Kirby's right here. If you look at them, I think My Name is Earl got this for me like years ago. So a couple, and then I have some of these figures that this is like from Scribblenauts, but it was like DC blind boxes. So I collected a bunch of them back in the day, So I have them actually. Well, my rooms are kind of at the risk of showing my messy room. Um, so I have this other shelf right here that has a bunch of other statues. Like I have a Batman up there. I have a Wonder Woman. I have a Groot, a Funko Pop Groot. I have a couple Funko Pops, not that many. I think they're cool, but I haven't really gotten like that much into them. I think a lot of it comes from presents from people. Just a couple I bought over the years. Also, like there's an arcade near kind of near where we live called Round One, where they have like crane games of just like statues that you can win like anime statues and figures. And so I won the Chi-Chi that I showed off earlier, but I also won this Goku. So it's almost kind of like a pair, like Chi-Chi and Goku, like but the young Dragon Ball. So the Goku one's pretty dope.
That is pretty cool.
And you got Chi-Chi to go along with it, so you put these together.
Chi-Chi in a bikini?
That was her outfit in the original Dragon Ball series.
Oh.
Did you not watch it?
I don't remember. Original. Yeah, like I literally have not seen a Dragon Ball Z since middle school.
Well,
like, I haven't watched Super.
No, this is the first one, like before Dragon Ball Z.
I know, but like like just the entire franchise of Dragon Ball. I haven't seen anything. Great. The only thing I've seen recently was the cat movie. When the cat was a villain.
Yeah.
That was random. But
what is it, Battle of God?
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting, the Dragon Ball, how much the tone of that show changed from the original to Dragon Ball Z. Like,
yeah, it's like completely different. Same with GT.
Oh, GT's just trash.
Yeah.
I think I was talking to BTG Play about this. He's not a fan of Super. I think it's okay. I don't think it's bad, but definitely not as good as Z. But honestly, if I had to rank them, I think I enjoy the comedy and kind of more adventure parts of the original Dragon Ball more than like just the pure fighting of Z. So, yeah, that's just my opinion of it. I think regular Dragon Ball is the best. But yeah. Anyways, you want to get back into these stories?
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about Hosoda. I think we're good on that. Did you talk about Activision at all?
Yeah.
So essentially, they're forming a strike.
Yeah, I said this already.
Oh, you said it already? Oh, sorry. I thought you said no. Did you see the thing? Did you see the thing about one of the like higher ups at Activision basically sending out an email that's basically threatening people who signed the letter that they wanted to unionize?
No. What did it say?
Yeah. He was like I think he's like a VP of something. And what he was saying was like, think very carefully when you sign your name on the back of that union card. And people were like, oh, he's trying to union bust. And he later went back and said like, oh no, what I meant was like not a threat, but just think about like now instead of, trying to individually bargain for your contract, now you have to do what the union says. And people were like, I don't know, man, like we don't believe you. So that guy also used to work for Trump, which some people are saying is like, yo, that makes it seem even more sus. But yeah. Anyways, so did you talk about the DC games at all?
No.
No? Okay. So essentially they showed off two games. The first game that they showed off was very brief. Just the fact that Monolith, the company that made the Shadow of Mordor games, they're coming out with a Wonder Woman game that will also have the Nemesis system, which actually I'm pretty hyped for, because like a solo Wonder Woman game, that seems like it'd be hella fun. And then also, system? Yeah, in a Wonder Woman game.
I like that.
So I think it'd be fun. Also, the next one, they showed off actually gameplay of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now the reason, I don't know if Sebas is still in here, but I said earlier, I was like, who wants a games as a service Avengers game? But then, I remembered that the games as a service is also going to be for this game, the Suicide Squad game. Now I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but it looks fun, like the gameplay. So if it's going to be like a games as a service, I wonder if they could pull it off where Avengers didn't.
Yeah, but I don't know, maybe something about those kind of games doesn't really intrigue me as much, but I am. I look forward to seeing it do well.
I don't know. Like, I really wanted them to just keep playing single player games because I don't
Yeah.
really play multiplayer.
Yeah, I think I'm going that way as well. But yeah, so what's going on with Cuphead?
So, like 5 years after they announced it, they're finally giving a date to the DLC, which is going to come out June 30th next year, and it's going to basically take place on a DLC island. So the name of the DLC is called The Delicious Last Course, which the delicious D last L course C. Haha, pretty, tongue in cheek. But basically it's a new DLC that they're finally announcing the release date for. They're showing off one of the new characters you can play as, Miss Chalice, who has unique abilities. And, I really enjoy Cuphead, even though I haven't played that much of it because I kept dying. So I'm excited to buy this game on because they said that they released it for Switch, but they said once they get the DLC out, they're gonna actually release a physical copy of it. So I'm excited for that. So I just want to, because I've played it at like people's houses and stuff. I haven't bought it yet, but I'll probably buy the physical copy when it comes out. Also, we're still waiting on that Netflix Cuphead show, which looks fun and cute.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's happening. Oh, you good? You go. Oh.
Woo! All right, next story. Basically, this next one is Google is basically bringing Google Play games.
Too many cookies. Yeah. Cookie Monster over
Too
here.
They're bringing Google Play games to PC, so you can play all the games that are on your phone. If you have a on Google Play, you can play it now on your PC. Which to me begs the question: is like, is there really a market for this? And then someone that I was talking to was basically explaining how it's a lot harder to get high-end cell phones in his country. So he's like, "Yeah, I'm excited for this because now I can play those games like on my PC and don't have to worry about shelling out like $1,000 and something for like a phone that isn't even the high end." So I guess I can see the market in that end. Any excitement for this, Mikey, or any thoughts of about?
Yeah, no, this news doesn't really affect me as a gamer, really.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I don't really
I
play
have my
mobile games.
PS5 and my PC already. Yeah, there is. I'm excited. There's definitely some great mobile games out there now. They're really like what? Like I don't know anything about the mobile gaming, like, circle or like, I don't know what's going on there. Is it for me? It's just been strictly PS5, and that's it.
I just play the Konosuba game, which I haven't played in a while, but
So,
it's basically it's a waifu gacha game. So,
let's look up the best
anyways,
mobile games. Oh, Genshin Impact. I've never
but you can
played
play that on on console already.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that's a mobile game because I put best mobile games in 2021, and Genshin Impact was one of them. Raid Shadow Legends, Monument Valley,
Rage.
Pokemon Go, Slay the Spire, Alto's Odyssey, Call of Duty Mobile, League of Legends, Wild Rift, Grid Autosport, Jetpack Joyride, Wayward Souls, The Room, Kingdom Rush, and Among Us, and a bunch of other stuff too. And I haven't played I've only played Pokemon Go out of all those.
Pokemon Go. All right. What else? What else are we
King of
talking
Fighter All
about?
Stars, where I can play John Cena against Tekken characters. That's what I want this BTG play. Ooh.
John Cena. Dun, 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 dun. So did you see this story? Actually, we talked about this a little bit while ago, but a few weeks ago, Snoop Dogg was basically saying that, or he said that Dr. Dre is working on new movies for GTA.
Pass for the post show? What?
What?
I don't know what that means.
Anyways, so everyone thought that, oh snap, Dr. Dre is working on GTA 6, but it actually wasn't that. So it's an expansion. It's a story-based expansion coming to GTA Online that features Dr. Dre, and it's called The Contract, where you work with Franklin, who's one of the main characters of GTA 5, who has a celebrity solutions agency, and he links up with Dr. Dre because they're trying to work on a contract for
I
him.
didn't realize he was going to be an actual character in the game. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so they're going to what the heck?
Anderson .Paak is also in the trailer. Is that in the game too? What?
Yeah, he's a character in the game. He makes like a cameo appearance. So it's I don't know. I'm not that hyped for it because I'm not playing.
Yeah, no, I haven't touched GTA in years.
Honestly, I'm just sick of hearing about like GTA, like online. I'm like, make GTA 6 already. Like, just
true.
So,
all right, and the next topic, it's that Halo trailer. Did you guys see the Halo trailer? Because yeah, I'm actually really interested. Well, obviously, because I think most gamers are, or anyone who's familiar with the Halo franchise, would be like, who are you not interested in this show, Gio?
I'm really not. I've never really been into Halo, especially like I know there's like a lot of deep lore.
The Halo lore. Like,
but
I haven't even played a Halo campaign, but I played many, like all the games with my friends, places, and then yeah, and I know that there's so much lore in there, and yeah, I really want. Ooh, wait a minute! I could just get the Game Pass right now.
Oh yeah, you can get PC Game Pass.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Let's go. Okay, never mind.
I think for me the most interesting thing about Halo, which is whatchamacallit, is the fact that they turned Cortana into a villain. Now I know a lot of like Halo fans
I didn't know that.
They don't really care for that storyline, but I think that's interesting to me. We're like, oh, Cortana's a villain. It's like, imagine if you played a Zelda game
what's
and
the lore
Navi
behind that? Like, was Cortana just like pulling the strings all along, or like there's something like to get a virus and now she's evil?
I think she got like some like she became rogue somehow or some weird thing. So I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. People were also saying like they don't like the fact that you see like people in Halo, and like the whole point of Halo is like isolation and being alone. Like they don't like the fact that there's an established like like you see a lot of like just civilizations. But like I said, I'm not into Halo, so but it's a big story for sure.
So you wouldn't watch the show at all?
I mean, if like I heard like it was really good and it's something that you don't really need to know much about Halo to get into, I'd watch it. But other than that, I'm not super hype.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. But yeah. It's Halo, and we're finally getting it in live action. And I don't even know who's like the showrunner. But we know that Pablo Schreiber, who you guys know from American Gods, he's going to be what is it? What's his name? Master Chief. Yes. Halo fans aren't surprised by the Cortana thing because in Halo 3, the whole story is trying to prevent her from going insane.
Yeah, I never played Halo 3.
Dude, yeah,
I think I stopped.
Because like I was thinking for like the beginning of next week, because I was thinking about starting up Ghost of Tsushima, because I haven't beaten that game yet, and I was gonna restart it and play it over winter break. But now I'm thinking, should I just get Game Pass and just play Halo all winter break? I think that might be the move for me.
Might be.
Anyways,
I'm playing. I'm trying to get through my backlog too. I'm playing Psychonauts 2, and I feel like I'm like 80% done with the game. So, but Psychonauts is one of the few games that I try to platinum. So, and there's hella collectibles in that game. Hella.
All right. So next topic that didn't make it into the show is the hip hop best duo since Outkast performed a concert on Thursday. I didn't get to watch it fully. I wanted to because I was stuck in finals mode, but I saw some clips of it. Nice. Kanye and Drake took the stage together for the first time since they were been beefing, and they hosted a sold out Free Larry Hoover benefit concert. And Gio, do you know who Larry Hoover is? Because I don't. I know all I know is from what was said in Donda.
Donda. Larry Hoover is one of the leaders of the Black Mafia family.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to free Larry Hoover as he was arrested. But here's the thing I've heard mostly about like this, like the fact that if you watch the concert, people are kind of like they're saying that one, you see Kanye doing like all of his hits, like he goes from like the beginning in his whole discography.
Yeah, I saw the track list. I was like, dang, that sounds like a dope concert or on Kanye's end.
And then Drake, he did all of the songs like that he just recently released that people are like, damn, we wanted you to play like the hits. They didn't do Best I Ever Had, or he didn't do Best I Ever Had, which I was very sad about because that's one of my favorite Drake songs. Which, you know, I don't want to hear your new stuff because your new album wasn't that great.
Did he used to Drake and Drive?
All the time. Drake and Drive all the time. But also he said something at one point. He was like, you need to come back to me. And he's like, more specifically, Kimberly. So he's still in love with Kim Kardashian, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see yeah.
Please come back to me. More specifically,
Kimberly.
Oh, wow. Well,
yeah.
Maybe he should be funny.
Maybe, yeah. I guess, dude, Pete Davidson, man, how is this man winning so much? Like,
yeah, he went from Ariana Grande to Kate Beckinsale to Kim Kardashian. I'm like, wow. I'm like, I don't know why I know this information, but good on him.
Is Pete Davidson really that funny? I've never seen like his I've never really seen his SNL skits or his movies.
I like him on SNL. Like, I like his skits.
Maybe I'll watch Pete Davidson skits.
Yeah. All right. Anyways. Next topic. Moving on. Silent Hill. I have not seen this trailer.
Yeah. So the pretty much the creator of Silent Hill, Kenshiro Toyama, basically relieved that they're making a new game called Slitherhead, where you're fighting a grotesque skeleton monsters. It's the first trailer. The studio didn't share much about the game's plot, but he's pretty much known for working on Silent Hill and also worked on the Gravity Rush series, which I love Gravity Rush. I mean, also the thing is they teased Silent Hill a lot during the Game Awards. I know you didn't watch the Game Awards ceremony, but there's a clip when Kojima. Okay, so Jeff Keighley brings Kojima on a video, and then Kojima brings out what's his name? Or Kojima is introducing a clip from Guillermo del Toro's new movie, and then Guillermo del Toro shows up on screen, and he says Silent Hill. So
what?
Yeah, like they're teasing Silent Hill,
what?
But yeah, it was weird. It's very weird. And not only that, but they have like someone who worked on Silent Hill show off his new game. It's very kind of like it's a horror game, so it's like Silent Hill, but it's not Silent Hill. They're like teasing Silent Hill a lot. I'm kind of getting tired of it.
Well, you just want Silent Hill to come out already?
Yeah, like either like come out with the game already, or don't like talk about it. Like shut up.
Okay. What about that Blue Box game? Do you know anything new about that?
No, it like went under, and I think everyone's just sick and tired of it. Like everyone's just like, you know what? Like we don't care anymore.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Wait. Slitherhead is that the game?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
They didn't show off much, but it's mostly the story is mostly the fact that they kept talking about Silent Hill like during the Game Awards.
Hold on, I'm trying to make our thing in a way where I can screen share.
Are you gonna watch the trailer?
Yeah, but
okay.
Keep talking though while I do this.
Okay, for sure. But anyways, like I was saying, like Silent Hill, like I think everyone's excited for it, but I think that excitement has pretty much created kind of people just like going nuts over it. And like they're like, is this a new Kojima game? Is this a no Kojima game? Because now that Kojima has set that precedence, like he does all these weird things. Like ever since he announced like that not Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid 5. He started that with like him like a fake studio, and then Silent Hill like PT and all that. People are expecting him to keep doing like crazy stuff like that. So anything that might be Kojima, is very much something that like people are just like going to obsess over, and it's just I'm kind of tired of it. Like, just tell us if it's coming out or not.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I'm still trying to
Still
do
trying to
this thing here. Oh,
right,
there we go.
well,
Got some movement.
You got it?
Almost.
All right. Well, Mikey's doing that. I'm going to show off more of my waifu figures. So this is Chizuru Mizuhara from the critically acclaimed fantastic series Rent a Girlfriend. That is 10 out of 10. It's Rent a Girlfriend. If you don't know what it is, it's basically our generation's version of Catcher in the Rye. It is fantastic literature. The writing is great. It is amazing. Like, honestly, I would put it up there with, it should be in, I know it's not American, but it should be in the Library of Congress. Like, the whole Rent a Girlfriend series. And anyone who says it's not good is obviously got fucking a smooth brain, because their brain is obviously not working. It is fantastic. What else do I have?
I'm ready.
You got it? Okay.
Okay. Unless you really want to show off the next one.
Oh,
Shut your ass up, Huey.
shut up, BTG Play.
All right, let's watch this. I've not seen this. Okay, Game Studio. Oh. Oh, what the fuck? Fuck that. Oh, hell no. Okay.
Look, definitely creepy enough, but the graphics look outdated in my opinion.
Wait, is this not the, this is a totally different thing, right?
Yeah, it's not Silent Hill. It's like their
I don't
new
know why
game.
I even look. Why did I get this link? Do I start Silent Hill? Trailer?
What? Oh, are you talking about the Del Toro thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it was nothing really to watch. He just said Silent Hill. Like, he mentioned
Or like
it.
the game that they were showing off, or did they show off anything?
No, that's Slitherhead. That's the game.
Oh.
It's their new game that is supposed to be kind of like Silent Hill. It's like a spiritual successor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these are all old.
So.
Oh, Nightmare
こんにちは。
Alley.
こんにちは、伊藤です。今年もですね、TG に参加できなくてごめんなさい。
So like Kojima
来年は
basically
必ず
introduces Guillermo
出
del
席させて
Toro,
いただきます。
and del Toro is just like
僕の戦
something
友
about
でありま
Silent
す。
Hill.
Okay.
ゲルモデルトロ
Okay.
監
I got it. Okay. All right.
Silent
Anyways.
Hill. Let's move on. Wait, so let's move on to a different horror story.
Which is?
So it's funny because I put this in the chat and you were like, "What is this? Is this like an English lesson?" Because it's Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe. I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, what story is this?
So, are you familiar with Mike Flanagan series?
Yes.
So he's apparently has like hit after hit on Netflix. Like, people really liked House on Haunted Hill, and then the last one was Midnight Mass, which got a lot of people talking about it. Like, it was like a Netflix hit. So his new show, it's the Fall of the House of Usher, which is essentially they got some casting for it, and it basically is one of Edgar Allan's Gothic stories. It has Mark Hamill, Carla Gugino, Frank Langella, Mary McDonald, and Carl Lumbly.
Frank Langella?
And
good
what?
Actor. Frank Langella?
Yeah.
He's a good actor. I like him.
So it says basically talking about how he's sorry. Yeah. So Frank Langella is he's playing the patriarch of the house, Roderick House, who was one of the main characters in Edgar Allan Poe's story, and it's a kind of like a gruesome, creepy, gothic horror take on, or not a take, but they're telling Edgar Allan Poe's story, and because it's Mike Flanagan, which has hit after hit on Netflix, and also Frank Langella and Mark Hamill, people are saying like, "Yo, this is a really good cast." So people are excited for it, but I don't watch the Netflix horror shows.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them either, but I do hear good things.
I watched the first 2 episodes of House on Haunted Hill, and I really did enjoy it. So,
Hmm.
I mean, I just didn't watch the rest. I'm bad. I'm notoriously bad at TV shows.
All right, so that brings us to the end of our the topics that didn't make it into the show, and I forgot to. I should have put this in the main in the subtopics for mine because I saw West Side Story yesterday, or no, Friday with my mom, and I've seen the original. I liked the original. The original's dope and entertaining, but I thought the West Side Story remake is a hot take, and apparently I'm in the minority with this opinion. I think it's Spielberg's worst movie since Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. It was so boring. It was so unnecessary, and yeah, and it reminded me of Hamilton on Disney Plus, where you're kind of watching a televised Broadway play, because they used the way it was done. I don't know. I wasn't really entertained by in the first 30 minutes. I looked at my watch. I was like, damn, dude, I got 2 more hours of this, and yeah, it felt. I don't think I would watch that again. Just watch the original if you've seen the original and you like the original. But apparently, there was a lot of old people in my theater, and they clapped. They all clapped after it was over. So I was like, maybe I don't know. It's not for me.
I like when people clap when a plane lands.
Yeah, but yeah, are you gonna watch the West Side Story remake by Steven
Oh,
Spielberg?
probably not.
Because it currently has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I guess I'm one of the few people that has a Rotten Tomatoes to throw.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not that hyped on it. So I was hyped on it, but then after you told me what it was, I was like, ah.
It's literally the same exact movie. The songs are literally the same, and I mean, probably a good thing. And,
So what you're telling me is that Steven Spielberg is a hack.
I think Steven Spielberg just cashed in on a check for this one. That's how I felt when I was watching it, because the moments in West Side Story and the remake, they're just given to you instead of it's kind of like Bebop. They're holding your hand. They didn't even hold your hand. They're just this is what's happening. Deal with it. And actually, you know what? Can I spoil West Side Story?
Go ahead.
Well, it's happened in the original, but so Maria, her bro, is killed, and then literally within an hour later, she's having sex with a dude. What's his name? I can't remember now. I'm blinking out. But the main dude.
Yeah.
And then it's you killed him, and then and he's like, I just wanted to see before I turned myself in. And then she's like, wow, you would do that after what? You would just leave me? I will not let them take you. And then they have the sex scene, and I'm like, bro, dude, you literally just killed your brother not even 2 hours ago.
There's no real there's no real spoilers for West Side Story, because if you know the basic story of Romeo and Juliet, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it is. And then there's this character it was different, but this character was in the most random spots throughout the movie, and then it's hard to explain, but it was the character was just a walking plot device for the next scene, and they inserted that character in random places where it didn't make sense to me that person would be there. But where it's kind of like Emma Stone in Gangster Squad. How is he there at Ryan Gosling's house? How does he even know? They'd never been to his house, but he's out here going there immediately. But yeah, I forgot the entire plot of Gangster Squad, by the way. I just remember that part that was annoyed me.
Gangster Squad, that movie, we were all so hyped on that movie.
Yeah, and yeah. So
it's bad.
What are you gonna say? Something?
Well, I said it's bad.
Yeah, and so we should have done this our top 5 holiday movies. Unless you want to wrap it up and do something else, it's fine.
Top 5 holiday movies?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot!
I just thought of it just now. I don't even have my 5. I would say for me, Home Alone, Home Alone 2, not in any order. Jingle All the Way. Uh, The First Santa Claus with Buzz Lightyear,
Ooh.
and okay, I can't think.
One of my top
Die
5
Hard, I
holiday
guess,
movies.
if you guys want to count that as a Christmas movie or holiday movie.
I think for mine it'd be Home Alone, Jingle All the Way,
Put the cookie
Elf.
down.
Elf would be on there.
Oh shit! I forgot about Elf. Dang,
How could you forget about Elf?
because I was thinking about the better movies.
The Jim Carrey Grinch movie.
I was not a fan. I mean, like it was good, but I didn't like love it.
I love that movie.
Great Grinch.
Oh,
Die Hard,
okay.
Die Hard.
I can tell you my number one holiday movie of all time. This is one of the things that I tell people this, and they think I'm a fucking weirdo.
I already do.
I am a weirdo. My number one holiday movie of all time is the old Pink Panther Christmas special.
Yeah, you mentioned this before.
This movie, like, it tears my heartstrings because the whole movie, the Pink Panther is basically a homeless guy. He just wants some food, and everyone acts like everyone treats him like an asshole. Like they kick him out of restaurants. He just wants a bite to eat, and it's Christmas. And this scene, even as a kid till now, it like makes me cry every time because there's a part of the movie, like he even tries to turn himself into jail. Like he tries to commit a crime so he could get some, like, a warm meal. Like there's a part in the movie at the very end where basically there's a crime that happens, and there's a police officer and he's eating a donut, and he the officer hears like the alarms because there's like a store being broken into, and he like basically like drops his donut and chases after the criminal. The donut like rolls past the Pink Panther, and because he's hungry, because he's like tired, and he's like been like basically trying to get food the whole day. And there's a little dog, and the donut rolls to the dog, and he's about to eat the donut. The Pink Panther like shoos the dog away and like picks up the donut, and he's about to eat something for the first time in this whole fucking movie. And the dog, like, you see the dog like with his ears down, like, making like a crying sound, about to walk away. And you see the Pink Panther just like super sad. Like he gives the dog the donut, and then the dog follows him to like the park bench that he was sleeping at. And then Santa just shows up and gives him like this huge like Christmas feast. And I'm like, the feels. Like that's honestly the biggest payoff any movie that is paid off. Like nothing pays off better than that. Because this whole movie, it just shows you how much of an asshole people are. This guy just wants some food. And I think that's why, like, nowadays, like, I'm very, like, sympathetic towards homeless people. Because, like, people just want to live, man. People just want to live. And it's the holidays. Damn. I'm gonna watch that on Christmas and just bawl. I'm gonna watch that on Christmas. That's my new Christmas plan. Because I don't do anything on the 25th.
Is it this?
Does your family celebrate the 24th or 25th?
Is it this thing? The 25th on Christmas Day. Is that one? It's called Pink Panther episodes Link Pink, or it's the movie.
No. It's I don't think it's that. Hold on, I can't really see on OBS because it's small. No, it's not that.
Okay.
It's
never mind, these are live action.
I always forget that the Pink Panther started as a live action movie. Let's see.
I forgot the plot of Pink Panther. It's been maybe more than 2 decades since I've seen anything Pink Panther.
It's a detective movie. Is it this one? Oh yeah, it's a Pink Christmas. That's what it's called. I think this is
Pink
it.
Panther Pink Christmas. Yeah, PTJ plays as Fuck Them Kids. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this is the... Okay, but I can't find the dog scene. But anyways, so...
It's at the very end of the movie.
So, that's your number one holiday movie. And along with the Home Alones. And Jingle All the Way.
Elf.
Oh,
Elf is
no.
up there.
Okay.
Nightmare Before Christmas too. It's up there for
I
me.
mean, like, yeah, in my opinion, it's a little overrated, but it's a good movie.
It is overrated, and I think this may be a controversial topic, but I think Tim Burton is, in a whole, is kind of overrated.
No, he knows where he is, and he does it well. That's
That's
how I see him. Wait, what?
I can't watch this. I'm gonna cry on stream.
Wait, just a
I can't watch
screenshot. You want me to change the?
No, I have the video. I pulled it up and I'm watching it and I can't.
Oh, you're about
can't
to
watch
cry right now. Oh, let's watch it. Give me the
I'm
link.
like,
We'll show it to
no,
everyone.
fuck you. I'm like developing tears in my eyes just looking at it.
Yeah, he's super overrated. Give me the link. Let's watch it.
No, shut up. I want to hug my dog now.
It's a-
Pinky,
Do it, Huey. Do it for content. Yes, exactly. The
Come here.
chat wants to
Venga.
see. Let's watch it.
come here. All right, fine. Here, I'll send you the link. You
Hell
piece
yeah.
of shit. I'll put it in Discord.
I want to see. See, people I do want to see this. See, you hyped it up so much. Like you spent like 10 minutes describing it, and now we get to watch it, and you're like, no.
Ah. Fine. I'm gonna go grab my dog, so I could like at least have something to hug while I watch this.
Dude, you have so many waifus behind you.
No, my dog comes first when it comes to this. So the dog scene, like, started at let's say 19 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, I think that'll get the point across. I'm gonna
Okay.
grab my dog. Come here, Poodle.
Oh man, I don't know. This might get our cheeks clapped, but